All right, let's go to advice for the week. Advice. Lady at the office wants it. Okay. Hey, Bill, I was wondering if you and the lovely Nia, if she's around, could help me with an issue I've been having the past couple of months. It has to do with a fucking lady at work. So this girl started at my office a little over 2 months ago, and I've been training her on basically everything. So we've been spending a lot of time together. Cue the porno music. All right. Now this girl is by no means a smoke show, but she is cute, and she's the type of girl who gets more attractive when you get to know her because she's pretty cool. We have a lot in common, like musical taste, and we both like the same beer, among other things. Oh, so you've obviously gone drinking, or at the very least, you've discussed, going out and having a few. You know what's so funny about that, sir? You didn't even think of that question. Your dick did. Your dick is always closing. Your dick is always in a 2-minute offense, But you got to be careful because just like Brett Favre, it will throw back over the middle for a pick six. And I think that's what you're about ready to do if you start banging some broad at work. Unless you have the skills. But let me finish reading this thing here. All right. Our job requires a lot of time on the road. Oh, God, this is just totally set up. Our job requires a lot of time on the road, so we have a lot of time to talk to each other while in the car. You're in the car. She smells good. She's crossing her legs. How many times you got in a fucking hard-on as you've been driving with her, trying to keep up some stupid conversation as your dick's going, do it, do it. Anyways, a lot of what we've been talking about is hookups and sex and what we both like and don't like. Dude, this is a layup. You're in there. And as I could have predicted, a bit of sexual tension began to arise. What do you mean you could have predicted? Dude, don't fucking play this game with me. All right? You know what you're doing. A little bit of sexual tension that you fucking created. You're steering the conversation towards this exactly like you should be doing. This is right down the checklist. By the time I get done reading this, you'll probably fucking blow a load in her. You're doing everything you can to fuck this girl. Anyways, what didn't help the situation was one day when we admitted to each other that we would bang each other if she didn't have a boyfriend. Oh, Jesus. Dude, listen, before we go any further, I totally respect what you're doing here. All right? What I don't respect is the way you're telling it to me as if this shit is just happening and you're not manipulating the situation, okay? You're totally manipulating the situation. This is like T-ball. This is like pussy T-ball at this point. It's just sitting right there waiting for you to knock it out of the park, and it was all because of the excellent fucking work that you've done. All right? I'm going to continue to read this, all right? But I want to tell you and everybody else, don't fucking talk to me like I'm an idiot. Yeah, when I had the sexual tension because we're sitting there talking about banging. How did you get on that subject? What dumb subject was she talking about as you sat there and sort of fucking forced the conversation? Not forced, because then she would have known. You just sort of gradually, how did you do it? How did you compliment her shoes or something? That's always a good thing. You know what's a great fucking way if you're trying to figure out how to turn the topic to sex and you're not at a bar or anything, is you actually compliment another woman that walks by. Wow, now there's a beautiful woman. I could really, and women just find that fascinating. Why? What do you like about it? Blah, 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 blah. And you start with that as the jump off point, and then you're in. Then you're in. You're in, okay? Just don't reach out and grab her titty in a moment of fucking reflex, though, because then you'll have a problem. All right, here we go. The sexual tension only got worse as we talked about it more, saying what we would do if we ever hooked up with each other. Yeah, first of all, this girl does not love her boyfriend, and this is over. This is like a fucking Red Shoe Diary at this point. Meanwhile, when we are in the office, she calls me from her desk to mine, and sends me email trying to chit-chat and shit, and basically flirts hardcore. See, right there, dude, right there. Right there. You just had a meltdown in the nuclear plant. It's starting to spill over. You got to get this girl into wraps. This is bad. To the point where people have asked if there's anything going on between us. You're sloppy. You're young and you're sloppy. When we're out of work, she texts me constantly, which gets a little annoying, but I'd be a liar if I didn't like it because, who doesn't like flirting with an attractive lady? You told me before that she wasn't really that attractive. But after a while, she starts getting more attractive. What, after she says she wants to suck your dick? Oh, fuck. You know what this is? This chick is like a virus, and she's already contaminated your entire workspace. This might be beyond my help. I don't even know where you're going with this. Anyways, the situation came to a head one Saturday night when she texted me saying she wants to be drunk honest with me. I literally said, oh, Jesus, to myself. Why? You created this situation. And he goes, and I asked what she meant. She went on to say she wanted to make out with me because she's never felt this way about someone, and even though she loves her boyfriend, who she's about to move in with and plans on marrying, she doesn't think that making out with me is a big deal. I kind of brushed it off as a drunk text, and when she texted me the next day, I asked her if she had changed her mind, and she said no, and she still wanted to. So I ask you this, sir, what the fuck do I do? I know it sucks to be cheated on because I've been cheated on, and I don't want to do that to this dude because I've met her boyfriend once, and he's a good guy. At the same time, he's not my friend. Here's where his dick comes in to argue the other side of it. At the same time, he's not my friend, and therefore I feel I need to be loyal. I don't need to be loyal to him by not hooking up with his girlfriend. I know it'd be a sleazeball move on my part, but she's old enough to make her own decisions, and she has told me it wouldn't affect her relationship with him. Oh, Jesus, dude. Whether or not that's actually true, I won't know unless I go through with this and wait for the fallout. Exactly. Once again, she told me she wants to do that. All she wants to do is make out and not bang. But I know myself, and as a 23-year-old guy, making out doesn't quite do it for me anymore, so I know I'll try to go further. Let me know what you think. Thanks in advance. Love the podcast. All right. The question you got to ask, you need to ask two questions. How much do you like your job? And two, can her boyfriend beat the shit out of you? Does he have any felony convictions or anything like that? Because this whole thing is going to blow up in your face. This is a confused woman. She doesn't know what she wants to do. She doesn't know how to be in a relationship. She's actually using you. And you guys are going to fuck. You might not fuck the first time, but you're going to fuck. And then you're going to fuck on a regular basis unless you decide you don't want to. And it's going to get weird. This is one of these girls, no matter what, it's going to get fucking weird. So, all right. I don't know what to tell you here because I don't know all the details, but the smart move here is to not fuck this woman. Okay? People already know there's sexual tension. So if you know she has a boyfriend, they know she has a boyfriend. And you're just going to look like a piece of shit. And the whole thing's going to blow up, and it's going to be gossip. And if you have any sort of, like, desire to move up in that company, you're really going to fucking screw that aspect of it up. There's plenty of fucking women. You're 23 years old. You're in the prime of your fucking life. Go out and fuck somebody else. All right? And that whole thing there, she's got a boyfriend and, blah, 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 blah. I agree with you. That's not your fucking fault. Okay? But the thing about it is, what makes it weird is you're going to see this girl again the next day. And the next day, and the next day. And you know what's going to happen is, you're in your head, you can be like, yeah, we're just fucking, because she said we're just fucking. And she said it isn't a big deal, because she said it isn't a big deal. And you know what? She's gradually going to suck you into having a fucking relationship with her. And you're going to end up having to break up with somebody that you're not even going out with at fucking work. And then she's going to make your life a living hell. This fucking girl, not only can she not keep her goddamn legs closed, she can't keep her fucking mouth shut. She's going to talk to somebody else, and the whole thing's going to fucking blow up. All right? So, my advice to you is don't fuck this girl. Have a mature conversation with her and say, look, it'd be one thing if you were single, but you're not. You have a boyfriend. I feel bad. I met the guy. You want to move in with him. You want to get married. This is the way you do. I really find you attractive. I would really love to hook up with you, but I can't. I wasn't raised that way. You just back out of it that way. And just get the fuck out of it, man. I'm telling you. Unless you haven't been laid in a while and you don't give a shit about your job, then just fucking bang her right on your goddamn desk in front of the security cameras. Put your website, write it on your back. And you know what? Fucking come right in her face. Give this dirty whore what she fucking deserves. But other than that, I'm telling you, the downfall of men, it's our dicks. Our dicks get us in more fucking goddamn trouble than anything else. And if you can somehow make a rational decision despite the fucking moron shit your dick is saying. Your dick is like that diva wide receiver on the football team screaming for the ball every other play, you know? And you know goddamn well it's double coverage, okay? All you need to do is just fucking wind down the last 2 minutes of the game and there's your fucking douche screaming at you. What are you going to do? You know? That's a tough one. That's really a tough one. But you know, if you're going to break up with her, just act like you're an honorable human being. And just say, I can't do it because you have a boyfriend. Just say it like you believe it. And then get out of it. And you watch what happens. Okay? There's still going to be fallout to that. It just feels like weird. Like you're not like talking to me anymore. Bitch, fuck you, you psycho. You already have a situation on your hands. Please, by the way, I'm actually invested in this emotionally now. I want to know what happens. Please let me know if you fuck her, if you don't fuck her, what happens, what doesn't happen, and all that. All right? Jesus Christ. Jesus, that's a fucking situation. Should I dump her? Dear Barbarossa. The fuck does that mean? And hopefully Nia, too. I'm in a fucked up situation right now. I've been dating this chick for the past 6 months, and it's been going fine and dandy until a few days ago. We were at the house having crazy sex, but just as she was about to climax, she kind of yelled her ex's name. Get the fuck you. That did not happen. I'm calling bullshit. Get the fuck out of here. Dude, that's hilarious. That is fucking, not only would I have laughed, I would have kept fucking her until she was done. I'd just be like, hey, look, I understand. Sorry, I'm getting on a cough drop here. I understand, you know. You're not ready. You're not ready to get into a relationship, but you're ready to fuck somebody else. That sounds like a perfect situation for me. I don't give a fuck. Yell out anybody's name you want to. I'll ghostwrite this blowjob. I don't give a fuck. Sorry. Jesus Christ. Anyways, he goes on to say, I was dressed up and just left, and we haven't talked since. Now, I know for a fact that she can't be cheating on me because her ex is dead. He died like 2 years ago when they were still together. My rational side is telling me that I'm a dick and should just forgive her, but my instincts are telling me, fuck that bitch. What should I do? Best regards from Italy. Oh, first of all, I had a great time when I was in Italy, went to Rome. I can't wait to come back. I know Rome is kind of like the basic place you go when you first went there, but it's the first place I ever went. I wanted to see the Colosseum. Where else should I go? Milan, Florence, Venice, where should I go? Person from Italy, or anybody from Italy listening, let me know where I should go. But getting back to your question, should you move on? Absolutely. You should always listen to your instincts. They're always right. Or there's a reason. You know? There's a reason. I mean, dude, your rational side is telling you that you're a dick and you should forgive her? There's nothing rational about that. Let me ask you this, dude. If you were banging her, let's just say her name was Maria, right? And right as you came, you went, oh, Antonella. What the fuck would she do? Do you think she'd be back with you? Would you even question her if she didn't get back with you? You totally agree with it. If she actually got back to you with you after you did that, wouldn't you be sitting there going, what the fuck is wrong with this person? How low is your self-esteem that you're going to put up with that? And if you have low self-esteem to that level, how many dicks have been in your... sorry. That's how guys think. Yeah, dude, no. The only thing I would say is don't say fuck that bitch. She went through something unbelievably traumatic. You know, and she obviously loved the guy. I feel bad for her, and so should you, but you shouldn't get your heart mixed up in that shit. All right? That's what I would do. Yeah, and in a very nice way, I would just say, like, you know, I just don't think you're ready to be in a relationship. And no matter what she says, you just hold her to the fact that you called out your dead boyfriend's name when you had an orgasm. There's really no, you should just stop talking and come in for the hug right now. And I will not let go. till you tell me to. Sorry. I'll make love until you say somebody else's name. Bill, I fucked up and could use a hand. All right, let's see. Why did you fuck up? Hey, you old biscuit bacon bitch. I fucked this one up and could use some of your broadcasted advice. I'm a 26-year-old guy living and working in the great white north, Toronto to be exact, and I love your podcast and all that shit. Thank you. Anyways, a few months ago, I started seeing this really sweet girl. She's pretty, she's thoughtful, and she's as low maintenance as a 1991 Honda Civic. Okay. It sounds like the beginning of a horror movie. Everything's like fucking perfect, right? And he literally says, perfect, exclamation point. She deserves to be treated right. About a month ago, I was eating in a restaurant with a buddy when this smoking hot redhead comes up to me out of the blue and says, hey, you're cute. Take my number. Let's go out sometime. I should have said no. I have a girlfriend right then and there, but the excitement of having a babe throw herself at me was too much for me to pass up. Abso-fucking-lutely it was. That's like a fucking movie. We're not wired to pass that moment up. I'm not saying you go and do it, but Jesus. He said, I didn't have the damn strength to keep it in my pants. Later that night, after a few wobbly pops, I texted her looking to meet up. We did, and we did the deed. I felt like a piece of shit. Yes, we've all been there. As men, we've all been there. And a lot of ladies, too, which never gets any press because it's considered sexist to suggest that. Here's where it's getting interesting and slightly complicated. Not even 48 hours later, I'm hanging out with my girlfriend when she gets a call from one of her friends saying, I have some bad news to tell you. Oh, boy. I overheard the conversation coming from my girlfriend's phone, and knowing exactly what the bad news was, I snatched the phone from her and proceeded to spill my guts and told her the whole story. Well, there you go. At least you manned it up. Evidently, the friend that called was roommates with the redhead, and the redhead through social media had hunted me down and shown my picture to her roommates. Dude, you can't get away with anything anymore. Look at this. The friend goes on to tell the redhead that I have a girlfriend. Oh, dude, this is like you're going to end up with nothing here. My girlfriend obviously was super upset, but being the sweetheart she is, and after many I'm so sorry's from me, she agreed to let me try to make it up to her. How do cheaters do this shit? I didn't even last 48 hours. Cut to 2 weeks later, myself and 3 of my buddies since kindergarten are on a mountaineering expedition in Peru. Dude, what are you, fucking Jason Bourne? What's going on here? Hot chicks throwing themselves at you, now you're in fucking Peru? A trip we planned since February, and I get this panic-stricken email from my girlfriend saying she, parentheses, the redhead, had broken into my apartment and trashed the place. See attached photos. Dude, what the fuck? Women are fucking crazy. Let's just say this, okay? Like, how is she hurt? She came walking up to you, threw her fucking clam at you, you fucking took it. You're not in a relationship with her. My voice is literally cracking. You're not in a relationship. You're not in a fucking relationship with her. Dude, you just need to prosecute this fucking woman. This has to stop, this whole fucking thing that when women get upset, they can destroy property. Let a guy go out and fucking trash some woman's car after she fucks around on him. He'll end up in jail and have to pay for the fucking car. Everything was smashed, my TV, one of my guitars. She cut up my bed sheets and the duvet. She even went so far as to throw all my towels in the bathtub and ran the water. How do I know it was the redhead? The dumb bitch left a note next to the TV saying, cheaters never win, or some bullshit like that. Give me a fucking break. She even bragged about the whole ordeal to her affirmation roommate. Classic guy. He just writes, sheesh. My girlfriend called the cops, and upon my return from Peru, I set up a restraining order against the redhead. You should fucking you should sue her. Here's the problem. All this drama has led to my girlfriend reconsidering her willingness to give me a second chance. Dude, here's the real thing. Anytime some fucking smoking hot girl just comes up to you and throws it at you, you know it's a head case. Go with a fake name. I feel real bad about the whole situation and want to make it work between us, but there's this little voice in my head says, let her break up with you and start fresh. I'm pretty confused. I was going to say that. Just start over again, dude. You're 26. What are you going to, you got a dick. This is going to happen. All right, so he goes, I fucked up initially, but forgiveness then got fucked with, and the forgiveness was retracted. Anyways, I hope your sage advice is half as good as those fucking pies you make. Thanks a lot, and go fuck yourself. Yeah, dude, you know what you got to do? You got to walk, and you got to have this crazy redheaded bitch pay for your shit. All right? Jesus Christ. She takes no responsibility in that, just walking around throwing her fucking pussy at everybody. I mean, what the fuck you think's going to happen? It's, you know, as a guy, you could walk around throwing your dick at fucking people for years and not get anything. This is why there's the double standard. You know, if a guy does it, he's a stud because he has to convince people. Just the way we're set it's the way we're set up. Okay, women are no better than guys. It's what it is the way they're set up anatomically is they're letting someone enter their body. That is a major decision. Sticking your dick in something, it's, you know, it's fine. It's like, you know, it's like putting cereal back in the cabinet. I mean, you don't even fucking think about it. I probably, you know, there's probably ignorance in there. Yeah, I would just say, like, you know what? You're right. I fucked up. That's a really big pet peeve of mine that fucking women get to do shit like that. That you just get to walk around, destroy your shit. Just fucked up your TV and all that, dude. And and your whole thing is just like, sheesh. Like, we're just conditioned to be like, all right, that's what they do. They ruin your stuff. Dude, you were 100% in the wrong. You shouldn't have done it. You definitely did a piece of shit thing, you know? But that doesn't give somebody the right to break into your fucking apartment. That's breaking and entering and destroying property. She should be in jail. This is what you do. I would break up with her, and I would try to take legal action against the redhead. And at some point, you want to send her a note, but don't do it. Just say, yeah, breaking and entering, you know, fucking felons never win either, whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, dude, whatever, you know, it happened. And, yeah, you know what I would do? You're 26, stay single for a while. Stay single for a while, go to the gym, get back in shape, figure out what the fuck you want to do. Do you want to fuck a bunch of women, or do you want to meet the one? You know? But I think at this point, dude, you got enough fucking drama. I can't believe she gets to do that. Like, first of all, she got laid, the redhead. She got fucking laid, you know? She had a great fucking time, and she gets to bust up somebody's place like a fucking rock star and then walk out of there and feel like she's a fucking hero. This is why I don't give a shit that they make less an hour than I do. Because when you add up all the fucking perks, I mean, it's a pretty good goddamn deal being a woman. You know, you get all your emotions out all the fucking time. You get to break up people's shit. And you get to live longer than men. I don't know what the fucking problem is. You're going to complain about an extra 79 cents?
Yeah.
All right, cheating with a boyfriend.
Oh, I like these.
Yeah,
I like these.
Here we go. Hey, Billy Burr, it's cold.
So we fuck.
Yeah. No. That's making fun of my last name.
Oh, okay.
That takes me back to, like, grade school. All right. I'm a female. I got a lady writing in. By the way, dude, you're a fucking great guest, man, and you're a fucking great comedian. Kevin Shea. You got to see Kevin Shea and listen to the, don't, wait. All I'm saying.
No S. But that was pretty good.
Right.
All I'm saying.
And where are you performing next?
I'm at the Ice House Tuesday.
Give me a fucking paid gig, man.
Oh, shit. West Palm Beach this weekend, but that's, I'm with Ken Jeong.
All right, the guy from
The
Hangover.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go.
There you go.
The Improv?
Yeah, West Palm Beach Improv.
Yes. There you go. They can
Come see me.
They can go to kevinshea.com.
Go to kevinshea.tv. Some fucking white guy in upstate New York has kevinshea.com.
kevinshea.tv.
Yes.
And go down and check him out. He's fucking hilarious. All right. Bill, I'm a female. This story isn't about me. It's about my friend.
That's a lie.
I know. My friend wants to fuck around on her husband.
That's a fucking lie.
We're in our early 20s and have been friends since high school. We've always been there for each other, and even though our friendship has been long distance since then. However, now we have a slight problem. She's been dating a guy for a year, and they've been butting heads lately. One night, she got high with her roommate, who's a guy, and they started to kiss, and then, of course, one thing led to another. Apparently, her roommate has been having feelings for her for a long time and wants to be in a relationship with her instead of just banging her. She broke up with her boyfriend using their conflicts as the reason instead of saying she cheated. Yeah, we've all done that.
Yeah, we lie.
All three of them have a bunch of mutual friends, so she wants to lay low on the fact that she cheated. She also wants to give her now ex-boyfriend time to heal before he finds out
she's dating a roommate. This is called being a class act. Why bring extra hurt, right?
Yeah, but why not? I mean, at this point, if she's feeling guilty, just fucking say it.
That's easy to say at our age. But when you're younger,
yeah, okay.
When you're younger, you don't know how to do it.
But she doesn't even have. She doesn't even know that it's obviously her that she.
All right, let's keep going here.
Yeah.
I keep trying to tell her that it would be better to come clean about what she's done now than to wait it out. I know whatever their gender, I know people in whatever their gender have the ability to cheat. Growing up, I've seen how being cheated on has affected people around me, including myself. I never thought that she would be the person to cheat. So my question is, people cheat, whatever, and then now she's judging her. So my question is, how can I get it through her head? And she needs to handle this situation better, but also be a good friend to her at the same time. If Nia's there and has any advice, it would be great. Thanks to go fuck yourself. Second date problem. Oh, this is a different one.
You know what?
I think you need to butt out.
Yeah. What? Okay. If we actually think this isn't about her, which I don't, I think it's about her.
And someone's saying that to her.
Yeah. So if this is actually
I don't
you,
think she would have worded it that way. I believe it.
Okay, if we believe it, it's none of your fucking business. You know, people make mistakes. We're all human. You know what I mean? So if you're a good, if you're a real fucking friend, you wouldn't judge her.
Can I tell you something?
Yeah.
Once you get past the pain, she did you a favor.
Yeah.
Because, you weren't married, you didn't have any fucking kids, you didn't have a house together and all that. So who gives a fuck? And then, they were already butting heads. They weren't getting along. It was the end.
And they were 22.
It's already over relationship, and you go fuck somebody. I mean,
it's not girls.
You know what that's like? It's like an empty net goal. You know what I mean? I'll applaud it, but I mean, you didn't fake out a goalie. It's garbage time. They got all the starters on the bench. It's garbage time. It's garbage time fucking.
You know what? Have you ever...
that's how I've done it. I've had it done to me.
Oh, God.
I found out later that she did it to me. I got mad. I was just like, who gives a fuck? It was over. It was over.
It's more than not, whatever time you're in a relationship, it was over a half. Like, if you're in 4 years, it's been done for 2 years. If that makes sense.
I would say a year and a half.
Year and a half. Breakups just don't happen overnight. You don't wake up like, I'm fucking out of here. You draw it out. You start to get distance. You start fucking
There should be a fucking course
on how to break up
in high school.
Funny.
In high school, they should teach young people how to do it. It would be so much better, I think, just so you don't fucking drag someone along, or you don't get dragged along. All you had to do is you just got to sit down. I remember one time I had to get out of a relationship, and I remember Steve Burr had just got out of one. This was like fucking,
years ago.
20, 25 years ago, right? And not 25, like 20 years ago. And I literally asked him, I was like, what did you say? He goes, I just sat down and said, I'm not happy. That's what he started with. And I've given that advice on here because I used that. I don't think I ever told him that. I just fucking used it. I was like, we need to, I'm just not like, I just, it's just not working. It just doesn't feel right. I'm not happy.
Yeah.
And this is the thing. You have to get it all out.
Yeah.
And I think we should break up. And I think you just go boom, boom. It's like monkey bars. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
Get across it. And then you saying we're going to break up? And she's going to drag you through it like 50 fucking times. It's like lying to the cops. You just stick to your fucking story.
Yeah, but that whole I'm not happy, I've heard it and I've said it. It usually drags out for 7 more months.
No.
It does.
No, but that's you. It's no. We're not happy. It's not working out. We need to break up. I want to break up. What the fuck? It's done.
Yeah, no, I get it, but it never works that way. Usually the other person's like, no, we can work this out.
But then that's when you have to go Al Madrigal. Listen, if you're living together.
Yeah.
If you're living together.
It's hard.
Then it's hard. But if you're not living together, you have to go Al Madrigal.
What, now I know.
Al never told you that?
No, I want to know.
Dude, Al had a breakup one time. This chick had some shit at his house. He knew he was going to break up with her. Before he broke up, he told her, hey, I'm going to come over tonight. I think we need to talk about some things. So she's like, oh, okay. He fucking got a box, packed all his shit up that was at his apartment, walked over, set the box down and said, we got to break up. It's not working. Dude, it was fucking clean.
Yeah.
Over.
That's easy for Al because Al's a fucking maniac. Like when he has
but
his
you can learn from maniacs.
No, I love maniacs. I'm kind of a maniac.
You are.
I am kind of a maniac.
I'm a psycho.
When it comes to breaking up, they've never been good.
No, they're never good. That's why you got to get through it.
If you live with them, it's harder. If you don't live with them, it's easy.
And that's why people fucking hang in and then they start cheating and they're doing all of this fucking shit because they're basically mentally broken up. So that woman there essentially didn't even as far as like, and on an emotional level,
Yeah.
didn't fucking, on a physical level she cheated, but on an emotional level she didn't, because she already fucking broke up with the guy.
She was done.
Yeah.
I find that when women are done, they're done.
Here's one when you know the other person was already fucking other people. Okay, when someone breaks up with you and they're not even crying, like that means they already cried it out with their fucking friends. They got no tears left, and it's just like, wow, man, how long is this shit been over?
You know, I've never cried at a breakup. I can't, and they get.
Well, guys
mad.
don't cry.
They get mad. All my my ex-girlfriends, ex-boyfriends, they're like, they cried. I was like, because they were fucking. I don't know.
Pussies.
I was gonna say the other word, so I'm glad I didn't. But
I would have known what you meant.
This is how I know. This is how I know when it's done. When they don't kiss you goodbye in the morning. Like, because I don't get up for work.
This is how I know it's done.
Yeah.
When they're mad at you and you don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yeah. You're like,
Yeah.
because
And then they come in and they start doing the cold shoulder
Yeah,
thing.
you're like-
and they're not fucking you. It's just like,
and you're like,
Good.
okay, good. No,
Good.
you're right. You're right, because then you start getting more productive because you got so much mental time. Oh, it's the
there's
best.
nothing worse than getting dumped. But if you're the one breaking up with someone, Dude, I've been on both sides. I've
God.
broken hearts. I've had my heart broken.
Oh, it's brutal. It's brutal. I think that's why I'm so numb to it all now.
Yeah.
Just fucking numb. But
Oh
you
no,
know-
I already know. If my marriage never worked out, I would never get married again, and I would just give my wife fucking everything, and then I'll go live in a fucking trailer.
my buddy.
I'm not doing it again. I'm not getting on the fucking ride again.
Yeah.
That's it. And I'll just fucking wherever she lives, I'll just drive the trailer down the street so I can still see my kid.
You can send in one of those AirPods. You ever see those things?
I don't know. I would get a fucking. I'd buy one of those VW buses. No, I get a studio.
Yeah.
I get all the sports packages. That'd be it.
I don't.
Electronic drum kit. I just go back to what the fuck I had.
I'm actually shocked that you got married. To be honest with you,
Best thing I ever did.
One is great, but it's weird. I don't know. I don't know if I'm ever getting married. To be honest, it's like I want to get married, but I don't know if I'm too.
You'll do it when you're ready.
Yeah, I'm too,
42, I wasn't married. I got married at 45.
I got 3 more years.
I mean, it's great. And then all of a sudden, I'm like 5 years in. I'm already going to turn 50. Where the fuck am I going?
Actually,
Where am I going? What am I going to go back to fucking the club?
This girl's-
Hey, ladies, you looking for a bald redhead?
Oh God, it's so sad. I see comics like that. I don't want to mention any names, but when you see
Oh, believe me, dude, that was
it's
a
so
motivation.
sad.
I'm not going to be the cliche.
Yeah, it's so fucking sad. I was like, oh God, Oh, it's so sad. I don't like dating. I can't tell you. I haven't dated since I started doing stand up. Really, if that makes any sense. Like I meet girls and then we just start hanging out, and then I end up picking them. That sounds weird.
You start what?
We start hanging out, and then I just pick them. I was like, oh, this is the one. I'm gonna hang out with this one for a while.
Do they know that's what you're doing?
I don't know if they do.
Yeah, you need to just listen. The best thing I have fucking learned is you just got to fucking say what you're thinking.
Yeah. You know, that's one of the reasons most of the women that I date like me, because I pretty much say what I'm thinking.
That's all. How happy would you be if a woman did that?
It'd be fucking amazing.
I'm not saying like, hey, you look ugly today. I'm not saying that, but I mean like, don't be mean, but like just say, dude, I remember one time, the watershed moment in my relationship was, Mia had one of her friends was having a fucking birthday party.
Yeah.
Right? The same night the Celtics and Lakers were playing like game 6 of the NBA Finals. Okay? She's like, what are you doing Tuesday? Right? She doesn't talk like that. That's just how it sounds in my head. So she's like, what are you doing Tuesday? So I'm like, I'm watching the game. She's like, does the pouty face. The manipulation starts.
Yeah. I hate that
The
shit.
sexy voice and then the pout, right? So she's already tried 2 fucking tactics. And not only is her friend having a birthday party, it's like some fucking 1920s themed birthday party, so I have to buy a fucking costume.
Like a flapper?
Yeah. I got to dress like I'm in the Purple Gang or some shit, right? So she goes, do you want to go? And I said no.
I like that.
goes-
I like that.
Yeah. She goes, what do you mean no? She goes, why not? I go, that sounds horrific.
Yeah.
She goes, she laughed. She goes, what do you mean? She goes, she's a friend of yours. I go, no, she isn't. I go, she's your friend. I've become friendly with her because you know her.
Yeah.
But she's not my friend. I was sick this week. She didn't know. She didn't call. She's not my friend. And I just kept saying no. And the more I said no, the more she thought it was funny. But she got frustrated, and then she just started laughing. I go, I'm not going fucking down there dressed like Charlie Chaplin. I want to watch this game. I don't want to fucking do this. So then she goes, can't you just, she goes, well, what time does the game start? I go, you're such a asshole.
Yeah.
So now I got to go to this fucking party and then race back. So then I just made a compromise. I said, all right, the game fucking starts
Are you wet?
at whatever. I said, here's the deal. I go, I will drive you there. I will make an appearance. I'm not dressing up, and I'm leaving with plenty of fucking time to get back.
Yeah.
So before the game starts.
Yeah.
All right? And I don't want to hear you go, hey, really? I don't want to hear that. Once again, that's not how she sounds. That's how she sounds when she says shit like that. So she said, fine. So I fucking show up. I drop this thing off, and I show up, and there's all these fucking guys there dressed like fucking Charlie Chaplin
God.
and Al Capone and shit. And I come walking in with like a fucking Celtics shirt on, dressed all regular. They're like, hey, you didn't dress up? I said, no, I'm getting out of here in like 10 minutes. And they go, where you going? I go, I'm going to watch the Celtics game, man. It's the finals.
That's fucking hilarious.
And I remember the look on their faces.
They were so
and I
mad.
was thinking, yeah, I felt awesome.
I bet they were so jealous.
Dude, you know what? Dude, you know how many times I've been the guy in the fucking
Really?
Chaplin outfit? Oh, yeah.
You know what? I've always been pretty hard about saying no. Like, I'll just say no. You know what I mean? But then I'm pretty good about compromise, though, if they want to do something important to them. So as long as I get to do what I want, and then if they have something.
Yeah. I have a bunch of compromises. I have the, okay, but you're driving and I'm drinking.
Oh.
I'll go to brunch if you drive and I can drink.
That's the thing. That is the one thing.
I don't do brunch.
Yeah, that's the one thing I fucking.
This is every time they walk,
Oh.
there's a line and then they walk and they come on, they go, it's going to be 40 minutes. Is that all right?
Dude.
No, it's not all right. This is
not.
my fucking day too.
And it's a
What
Sunday.
the fuck?
It's a
I'm
Sunday.
actually going to get pissed. Dude, what the fuck do we take them to on a weekend where we walk out and be like, if they said it's going to be 40 minutes?
They would lose their shit.
Oh, they would. They would
lose their fucking
pout.
shit.
They would pout. They would pout. All right.
As you might have guessed at this point, still no baby, so we're still fucking waiting. We are still waiting on pins and needles, and I am getting to the fucking point where it's just like, it's like enough already. It's just like, it's like waiting to go on stage in front of a rowdy crowd. You just want to be like, can you just bring me up already so I can fucking get this over with? Oh my God. And I've become an expert at talking people out of the vortex of them giving me advice about what to do on the day. Because they just start telling me their stories, and then I'll just be like, hey, did you see that fucking nor'easter they just had back? You got family back east? And I waltz them out of the conversation. Because I've tried being blunt with people, being like, listen, hey, I don't care. I don't want to hear your fucking story. Your fucking story is not going to help me. Your story is all about you and you just talking about yourself and everything that you learned. I don't give a shit. I've talked to 1,000 fucking people, it seems like, and every one of you tells me a different story and a different thing for me to expect, which makes me feel like every fucking thing's a little bit different. So for the love of God, can you please shut the fuck up? Can you please stop with the verbal home videos? I can't wait to be a dad and not tell other people how to be a dad. That is my goal as a parent. I probably won't do it. I'll probably fucking follow the herd right over the cliff and be like, you know what you got to do? I'll tell you right now, look out for this. You know? You know, this person told me the other day that fucking I would never play drums again the second my kid's bored. Can you fucking believe how ridiculous that is? You won't be playing drums anymore. Oh, really? Well, you know, fucking Dave Grohl plays drums. He plays guitar too, and he sings in a band while touring the world. As far as what I've read, he's got a couple of kids. I think he's doing fine. John Bonham had a kid when he was fucking 19. His band didn't even make it yet. He had a fucking kid before his band made it. He was a teen dad before MTV. And he went on to become arguably the greatest rock and roll drummer of all fucking time. You know what? I think old Freckles can sneak in a couple of paradiddles. What do you think? You know what I really think about parents? I think that there's certain people that know how to be a parent and not lose themselves in it. And actually still have a balance in their life where they have a card game every once in a while. Obviously, your life has to adjust. But these fucking people that just like, they have no life and they just sit there staring at their children, you know? Honey, don't touch, no. They never let their kids fall down. They don't let them fucking do everything. They just sit there like a fucking penguin with that goddamn egg underneath them, except the kid's already bored. I don't know. I don't want to do that. I don't want that to be my life. You know what I mean? I think if a kid is inside, considering that we were cavemen and we used to have babies and they were in caves, and at any point a saber-toothed tiger can come in and fucking just take the kid from you, and then that's it. The fact that you're fucking inside with fucking central air, heating, and food. You don't have to hunt. You can go right down the street and go to the grocery store. I know I'm oversimplifying this, but I have to be honest with you. When I talk to other parents, all they do is just give me anxiety. I'm so excited for this thing to happen, and then I talk to people that have kids, and they just dump all this anxiety on you. And I swear to God, I might be reading into this, but there's like a certain, like 30% of them that take like a certain perverted joy in making you not feel well about this experience that's allegedly the greatest experience you're ever going to have. Like, they actually take this perverse joy. And I think that those people are actually bad parents, because I think, I'm totally guessing here, I think that they resent their children and what they took from them. And they still wanted to do blow and go around and fucking have random sex with people. And they never quite got past, they didn't quite fuck enough broads or jump on enough dicks. I don't know what it is, but I found it equally with men and women. Like 30% of them will take a perverse joy in trying to infuse some sort of like preemptive misery into your fucking life. Because I can tell you this right now, I'm still going to play fucking drums. I have to, because if I don't, I will go out of my fucking mind. I'm not saying I'm going to play as much as I play, but to sit there, and if you fucking think that I'm going to sit here with the 71 Green Sparkle fucking Ludwig drum kit and I'm not going to keep fucking playing this thing, Those people who out there who play an instrument, okay, but you don't make a living off of it and you stop playing it because you have a kid. Do you ever think about maybe, just playing the instrument in front of your kid, and maybe that they'll take to it, or maybe they'll play an instrument that they could play, and together you could have your own little fucking, good time together, bonding through the wonder of having music as a fucking hobby. Who are you hurting? Tell you right now, you better play that ukulele, because once that kid comes, you're never going to play it. I mean, what is this kid, like some little Donald Trump, and he's going to fire me as a dad if I continue to do my little rudiments on my practice pad? How about I watch less TV? The amount of time I spent watching all the Bruins and Celtics, why don't I take that out of my life and then put that towards watching the kid and then continue to play drums? I mean, there's adjustments you can make, right? Sister's girlfriend. Dear Bill, the red bitch Burr. My twin sister is a lesbian, and she's dating a lady who was bisexual. She was bisexual, and then what? Became totally homosexual and went back to heterosexuality, or is she asexual? At first, we weren't close or anything, but we did get along. With your twin sister, not the bisexual woman, right? Then about a year ago, we ran into each other at a club, I know, you're talking about the bisexual lady. My sister is a lesbian, and she was dating a lady who was bisexual. First, we weren't close or anything, but we got along. I'm assuming you're talking about the bisexual lady. Then about a year ago, we ran into each other at a downtown club. We had a few we have a few drinks, just start talking about random stuff. She came back, she's gonna try to finger bang the whole family here, until a friend of mine invited us to a party at some guy's house. We went and had a lot more to drink, and then one thing led to another. What does anything good ever come after? And then, one thing led to another. That's when you're fast forwarding through a piece of shit thing you did, or something you're embarrassed of. Hey, one thing led to another. No one ever talks about fucking, hey, how did you hit that winning game shot? Well, they inbounded the ball, and one thing led to another. And, I hit the shot to win the championship. You will tell every fucking detail. I was running down the court. With every step, I could feel my heartbeat. I knew somebody had to step up, and I knew that someone was going to be me. Right? That's how you tell it when you did some good shit. You did some bad shit. Yeah, one thing led to another, and the guy was on the ground, and he wasn't breathing. So I don't know what happened. Okay, one thing led to another. We ended up having sex. The next day, we came to, and both felt horrible about what happened. You both came to? I just pictured that fucking, take my picture, smack my bitch up. Remember that? Madonna was in the background going, oh, she was singing like the fucking opening to Star Trek. The next day we came to and both felt horribly about what happened. She then told my sister that she slept with the man, but didn't tell her it was me. Oh, wait, you're a guy. I thought this was a lady. Oh, okay. I'm bisexual. I don't know. All right, wait a minute. All right, your twin sister is a lesbian. She's dating a lady. He's bisexual. Yada, yada. At first, we weren't close or anything, but we got along. Okay, and then you ran into her, and you fucked your fucking sister's girlfriend. No wonder you went with one thing led to another. Then we came to like you were both drugged. Oh, these are classic. You feel horrible about this, sir. Or you don't, and but you want to get away with it, so you're blowing through the details. Well, this is very underwritten for what the fuck has just gone down here. Jesus Christ. She then told my sister that she slept with a man, but didn't tell her it was me. Dude, this chick is a psycho. For the past year, I've been torn up about it. I need your unbiased style of advice. Should I tell my sister that it was me or not? Thanks. P.S. Come to blah, blah, blah. I would love to see you again. Dude, no. Don't say you die with that secret. Die with that secret and hope that woman fades away. And then if she ever comes back around, she said it was you. And just be like, it was. The fire one time we had a couple of drinks. One thing led to another. I wouldn't say a fucking word. Don't say a fucking word, okay? The fly in the ointment here is this bisexual lady, okay? She's jumping all over the fence. She's fucking sisters. She's fucking brothers. And she's fucking white people. No, I'm kidding. She's fucking two people. She's the fly in the fucking ointment, okay? She said the shit. I don't know why she's doing that. She's like Glenn Close in Fatal Attraction if she fucked both Michael Douglas and the hottie he was married to. And the rabbit, okay? Just fuck this lady. Just, you know what? You just sit tight, okay? This is like you're in a sub and you cut the engines and you're just hoping that they're not going to start dropping death charges. You just hope you get through it. Sometimes in life, you just shut the fuck up. This is one, I wouldn't say anything, okay? And if she brings it up, yeah, you slept with her, what are you going to do? This is the thing. This lady's out of her fucking mind. There's no way your sister's going to end up with her, okay? There's no way she's going to end up with her. All right? This woman's out of her fucking mind. So she's eventually going to fade away. All you have to do is just hope that when it comes time for the breakup, that the crazy bitch is breaking up with your sister. Because if your sister goes to break up with her in that highly emotional moment, she might drop the bomb. Okay? And then you just got to play it like, she said, what? No, that never. Were you just breaking up that? She said that's why. She was saying it because you broke her. And then she walks to the room. You're like, all right, I did it. Because one thing led to another. Boyfriend's obsessed with video games. Hey, Buffalo Bill, I love your podcast and I'm a huge fan. My boyfriend and I both love to listen to your rants about whatever bullshit comes to mind. I myself have ADD and can find myself rambling about something completely different than whatever it was I started to ramble about. Anyway, my boyfriend has always been a huge fan of video games and he can play them all day if he could. More recently, he has been obsessed with one game in particular for the last 8+ months and has really put a strain on our relationship. He will turn on his Xbox from the second he gets home until about 4 hours before he has work the next morning. Jesus. So we pretty much spend no time together unless it's me watching him play with his friends. He talks to his friends while he plays online, in which case, even if I do say something to him, he either doesn't hear me or just ignores me. I've tried talking to him about it, and he refuses to change or compromise. It's even started to affect our sex life. Well, I imagine it would, because he has no time for sexy time. We're both still young and in our late 20s, and I hate that I'm practically begging him to turn off the game so we can canoodle in the sheets. I've been contemplating just breaking off our relationship of 5+ years because it's been this way for months and it has only gotten worse. I'd love to hear what the wise Nia has to say as well. Thanks for all the good laughs and congratulations on both of yous on the new baby Burr. Thank you. Unfortunately, Nia's not here. Let me see if I can get her. Hold on one second. Okay, she's on her way down. I would say, first of all, you've been together for 5+ years. Initially, my first thought when you were doing this is what I would do if what would make me pay attention is I would just start going out with your friends and just start wearing fucking sexy outfits and shit, and he'll get the message immediately. If you walk out the door looking good,
and he's sitting there fucking playing video games and stuff, and if he doesn't get that hint, then yeah, you got to be thinking like, well, what the this guy's more interested in this shit than what I'm doing over here with my fucking Christmas leggings, going out to a Christmas party dressed like a fucking hot piece of ass over here. That's what the fuck I would do. You've already tried to talk to him. I got to be honest with you. I understand people becoming obsessed with video games. It's why I don't play them. But to me, I'm a bit of a cunt when it comes to video games. To me, that's a child activity. You know what I mean? Like, what is this person working towards? What do they have for a fucking job? They come home from their job and they just play a video game for the whole fucking rest of the day. It does not sound like a driven man. That's another fucking red flag. So that's what I would just start building a life. Initially, I would start building a life without him to see if he notices, and maybe you guys can get back to where you were. Or if he doesn't notice, then you already have a head start on getting the fuck away from this guy. So the lovely Nia's here. I'm going to hit pause and let her read this email. Or Nia, if you just want to, you can just read this while I continue to ramble here. It starts right here. My boyfriend's been a fan of the video games, yada, 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 and all that shit. So that's basically, that's what I would do. And as I mentioned a long time ago, the last video game that I played was Grand Theft Auto 3, and it literally consumed my life. I would be walking to the comedy clubs, getting on and I would be thinking about the game when I wasn't even at home. I'd be waiting to go on stage, thinking about, okay, you know, I'll finish this set and I'll go home and I'll use the cheats and I'll just go on a fucking rampage and all that shit. And it just kind of took over my life. So here's the lovely Nia with her advice. Oh.
First of all, can I just say that this problem really sucks. And it's really annoying. And that you're both in your 20s and he's like addicted to playing video games. I'm sorry, but that's a lame ass and you need to move on. Seriously. 5 years, 5+ years. It's been this way for months and it's only gotten worse. Yeah. You said you tried to talk to him about it and he refuses to change or compromise. Well, it's just, yeah, he obviously, his priorities are this video game. I don't know if is there something else going on in your relationship, or did he have some kind of something bad happen recently that he doesn't want to deal with or something, and that's why he's so consumed by the video games? Because I'm just trying to think, like, what normal, healthy, happy person just all of a sudden
doesn't want to bang his broad.
Yeah, and hands over his life to a video game. Like, I feel like something happened, and he's not able to, like...
But you talk too quietly.
Okay, because you're sticking it in my face, like...
Well, because you do this, you start talking all the way over here, and the people can't hear you.
Oh, okay.
Looking at the levels here.
Oh, all right. So...
Yeah, that's all right.
Yeah, I would not necessarily say, listen, it's the video games or me, but you can just say something along those lines of like, listen, I feel like I'm not a priority in your life, and if that's the case, then we really need to talk about this relationship, because if you're not into it, then just let me go so I can find somebody who's into me and is going to pay attention to me and not their Xbox.
This is what I was saying she should do. She should just fucking dress like a whore and go out that night and just see if he notices. Like, just have like fucking, you know, the fucking thigh highs on and all that shit. If he doesn't get it, then
Thigh highs?
yeah, just dress like a fucking whore.
Thigh highs.
There's stockings. They go up to your thighs
I know
and then
what
they
thigh highs
stop,
are.
and there's this glorious little fucking hint of leg.
You're so old that you feel like women are going out in like thigh highs, like they're like saloon mistresses, like on Westworld.
Why? Because I came of age in the 1800s? Why you acting like you guys don't always whore it up every fucking holiday? You whore it up on your birthday. You whore it up on Halloween. You whore it up on Christmas.
Sex it up. It's called being sexy.
Sexing it up.
Sexing
it up. Putting
Not
your
whoring
clam
it up.
on the
Sexing
fucking
it up.
platter. That's what you guys do.
It's different.
Yeah, titties out, clam peeking out from underneath
I
the
don't
sheet.
know, because I don't believe in that passive aggressive shit. It's just like, listen, motherfucker, are you into this or not? Because if not, then I need to move on. The thing is, though, honey, he's made his choice. That's what I think that you don't necessarily want to fully admit to. He's made his choice. He's more interested in the video game for whatever reason. He won't talk about it. He won't compromise. He's made his choice. Maybe he's not into the relationship anymore. Is that a possibility? Is it a possibility that he...
Maybe she needs to whore it up.
She's saying she's trying to like beg him to even have sex, which is ridiculous. It could be that he's just not into the relationship anymore, and he's such a fucking pussy ass puss that he's waiting for you to be the one to dump him. Because a lot of people
What is he?
do that. A pussy ass puss.
What is that?
I don't even know. But you know, some people they don't want to be the bad guy, or they're just immature and cowardly. So they don't want to say, listen, I think we should break up, because they feel guilty because it's been 5+ years. So they do shit like this to like make you be the one to break up with them because they're cowards. You know what I mean? So it is possible.
So
that
in
he's not
conclusion, what are you saying?
relationship. I'd say dump his ass. Bye.
There you go. All right. See that?
My girl wears entirely too much makeup. Oh, Billy Firecrotch. I've been dating a girl for 3 years who is fantastic. Fantastic. She's caring, listens to me bitch about work, and is a crazed lunatic in a good way, in the sack. All right. So she's great in bed and she puts up with you. What's to not like? My one problem is that she wears way too much makeup. She watches YouTube videos all the time dealing with ways to put on makeup, but she always looks like she uses too much. Her eyebrows look kind of like Groucho Marx by the end of it. My dilemma is, how do I go about telling her nicely that she should ease up on the makeup? She's very sensitive about her looks. Yeah, I would guess that, but also values my opinion, which is why I'm in a tough spot. I kind of feel like a jerk too, because if this is my one problem, then I should be able to deal with it, right? The lovely Nia should probably weigh in on this also, if she's not asleep. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Unfortunately, she's not here. Yeah, I would just, I don't know, one time when she's not wearing makeup, just tell her how pretty she looks. And just tell her that you love the way she looks, you know? Just start there. And gradually, build up her fucking confidence. And I don't know how you could ever just say, you wear too much makeup. If you just said it, just... how would you say it? Well, let's get to the truth of the matter. You're obviously attracted to her. You obviously think she's beautiful, but she wears so much makeup. Yeah, if a woman wears too much makeup, they can start looking crazy. Then also, they give you a hug, and it's just like you have like the imprint of their face. You know what I mean? Is that called a stigmata? What's the thing when you have fucking Jesus' face on you? Ah, Christ, I always have to look. You know how many times I fucking looked up this word? It's a fucking great song, too. That's stigma. All right, stigmata is a term used. Oh, Jesus Christ, this is all this religious shit. It's a term used by members of the Christian faith to describe body marks, sores, or sensations of pain in locations corresponding to the crucifixion wounds of Jesus Christ, such as hands, wrists, and feet. Oh, give me a fucking break. What the fuck is wrong with people? Jesus is in me and my hands fucking hurt. I mean, can you fucking imagine? Let's just fucking say, okay, for the sake of fucking argument, that Jesus Christ is a real person. And that shit happened to him. For you to fucking sit there and be like, oh, my fucking hands hurt. Do you realize how insulting that is? To fucking J-Star there? This guy had fucking nails. Isn't it in his arms? If you did it to his hands, the weight of his fucking body, they would have ripped off. Didn't they actually do it in the fucking wrists? Between the radius and the ulna? The fucking agony that this person went through, and you're going to fucking sit there, oh yeah, I kind of feel it too. How fucking self-centered are you? All right, so she wears too much makeup. Yeah, I would just say, I would just tell her how pretty she is. And rather than saying you wear too much makeup, I would more phrase it like, you don't have to wear all that makeup. You should show the world your beautiful face. You're covering it up. So I would go in a very positive way. But I would just ease into it. I would just, when she's not wearing makeup, you just keep telling her how pretty she looks. You know what I mean? And then hopefully she'll get past that. Because that's a sad thing. If someone's walking around, they don't like how they look. I don't know. People are fucking nuts. I think the internet makes people even more fucking nuts. Just sitting there looking at all these people, all these Instagram people and all this fucking shit. It drives people, you get a little crazy. Fiance's parents are evil. But I can't do anything about it. All right. So I'm getting married this month. Super excited to marry the love of my life. Congratulations. But the whole experience is going to be awkward and weird because their parents don't like me. In fact, they hate me. Oh, Jesus. I'll not give you the whole, what, does she come from money and you're fucking Billy Joel? You marry an uptown girl, huh? You singing in your garage? Let's see. I'll not give you the whole convoluted story, but the upshot is that they're conservative, upper class, highly successful Latin American business types, while I'm an Australian middle class, lefty arts graduate. I knew they came from money. Anyway, we've been together for almost a decade now, and even though I know they've said horrible things about me behind my back and tried to talk her into leaving me numerous times, they've always been pleasant to my face. Oh, that's even worse. That said, there were a few years there where they didn't talk to either of us after we told them we wouldn't baptize the hypothetical children we still don't have, but we don't mention that. Okay. So you guys are agnostic or something? I don't know. Basically, it's going to kill me to have to look at their stupid fucking heads on my wedding day. We only invited them out of a sense of obligation, but now it's hitting home that I'm actually going to be part of this family now. What I need is a long-term plan of attack to survive the next few decades until they shuffle off this mortal coil. I know living a happy life with their daughter should be all the revenge I need, but if you saw her father's face, you'd want to give him the old right there, Fred, too. Guess I need some kind of middle ground. Any advice? Fanta nuts? I don't even know what that means. Go fuck yourself. Come to Australia. Imagine that's some sort of red nut over there. I have no idea. Joe Bartnick just texted me, said smiling like the butcher's dog. Good for him. All right. Any advice? The most important thing that you said there is that you're realizing that you're marrying into this family. And that is something that you never really fucking think about enough. I don't think enough people do until you just picture this person is going to hold your child someday and want to take the kid to a ball game, or whatever. So there is that. But I don't know. The only way to do it, there's one way to do it. You could just try to kill the guy with kindness, or you could just sit down and look at the guy and just say, look, man, who's kidding who? I know you don't like me. I know you're just being polite out of, respect for your daughter or whatever. But, you don't have to be nice to me anymore. We can see each other on the holidays or whatever. Anytime you want to come over, don't say that. Don't say you don't want him coming over. Jesus. That would drive me nuts if the guy was being phony nice to me. I would, at some point, have to say to the guy, listen, you don't, maybe just say that. Go out golfing with the guy and just say, listen, man, I don't want to be any more of a thorn in your side than I already am. Just know that you don't have to pretend to like me. Okay? Then he just fucking walks off the first tee. I got to be honest with you, dude. I don't know what to tell. These are tough ones, man. This is really fucking, how close do you live to them? That's another one. If you guys live a state away and you only see them 3-4 times a year, you can tough out a couple of weekends. You know what I mean? However, if they live right down the fucking street, and then they don't approve of you, and then you have a kid, and then they're going to question how you're bringing it up, and they're already getting involved. I can tell you this, they're already way too fucking involved. All right? This is the deal. You can say whatever the fuck you want about whoever your kid's dating until they get married. Once they get fucking married, you got to back off, unless it's obviously something horrible. One person's abusing the other person, but they got to back the fuck off. So maybe you got to have that conversation. Just be like, listen, I know you don't like me, but I love your daughter and she loves me and we got married. So you need to deal with that. Yeah, fuck him. Yeah, you need to deal with it. We got married, all right? So I don't need you coming over here giving me the fucking stink face in my own house, all right? You already did it once. You do it again, I'm going to take your head and I'm going to stick it right in the fucking icebox, all right? I fucking had enough of you. Yeah, fuck this guy. I have no good advice for you, sir. I don't know what to tell you. I just hope it works out. But don't take any shit from the guy. And when it comes to you and your wife, I would just make jokes about it. I'd be like, hey, I'm going to go hang out with your dad today. She'd be like, really? No, he hates me. Remember? Whatever, just keep it light. But don't joke about it too much, because then she'll say, but it really bothers me that he doesn't like you. I want everybody to like each other. Sir, I think you're going to be okay, but I'd be lying to you if I didn't tell you that 17% of me thinks that you're really fucking stepping into some shit here. But you know what? Everybody who gets married does, so
Good luck to you. Good luck to you, but don't take any shit from that guy. I think you can get to the mom. You can charm her, right? I bet you can charm her. Women are more forgiving, right? Until they're not, and then they'll fucking kill you in your sleep. But generally speaking, they're fucking more forgiving. And I think if she really sees a love between the two of you, she could back off. And then that's what you do. This is what you do. You divide and conquer. Fuck him. All right, I think I'm onto something. Fuck that guy. Make her mom love you. All right, that's it. And then she'll start nagging at him, and he'll either go one or two ways. He'll either give in and eventually like you, or two, it'll fucking eat him up and he'll die sooner. All right, Jesus. Had to go all the way to there, Bill? Yeah, evidently it did. All right.
Unexpected pregnancy. Oh, Jesus, these are rough this week. Unexpected pregnancy. Bill, absolutely love the podcast and the stand-up. You like a skinny Louis C.K. Or conversely, Louis C.K. is like a fat Bill Burr. I really wish I didn't read that. Anyway, now I get dragged into it. And I'm not exactly skinny anymore. I've been enjoying the high life lately. Miller. Anyway, to business. I'm a 24-year-old guy from Sydney, Australia, who's run up against a big problem. Last November, I lost a well-paying job due to an anxiety disorder I've developed over the years. I've sought out treatment, been through therapy, had all sorts of diets and breathing exercises, and although recently it's been much more manageable, it unfortunately wasn't enough to hold onto my high-pressure job. You know what, dude? It was probably the job. Granted, I have no medical background whatsoever, but I really don't, when you have to, like, eat a kumquat and start going just so you can fucking go to work. Hello? Oh, Nia, how are you? Sorry, just saw the door open. The lovely Nia, everybody. Oh, you're busy. Okay. I was letting you know that I was here. Oh, okay. All righty. I'll see you. Okay. Yeah, dude, when you have to fucking do shit like that just to go to work, it's probably the job. And considering you developed it over the years, let me guess, was it as you got this fucking high-pressure job? I don't know. So anyways, currently I'm looking for a more low-key job. Anyways, 3 days after I'm let go, I get a call from a friend I'd had drunken, unprotected sex with. The only reason why I went back to our house was that our house was within walking distance from the pub. We share a bed, and nature takes its course. Oh, my God. It was, of course, a risk, and like any idiot male, I just assumed nothing would happen. Turns out I'm going to be a dad come August, after a mere one sexual indiscretion. I've known this woman for over 3 years. She's successful, smart, witty, and we get on really. We get on really well. She is, sorry, there was a big space in a new paragraph. I'm not that dumb, people. Please still believe in me. She's been up until now childless, and you can understand her reasonings for wanting to keep the spawn. She expects me to play an active role in the parenting game, and to be honest, that's something I am wholeheartedly prepared to do. That's so fucked up. They, make the decision. I mean, because it is their body. They have to go through the procedure, but it's just really, you're just a fucking jizz hose. That's really all we are. We were both irresponsible, and we should both have to pick up the pieces and work shit out. Here's the problem. She wants me to move in with her. Fuck that. Fuck that. Before I read any more of this, fuck that. Anyways, in fact, she's demanded I moved in with her. Double fuck that. She's making demands. Go fuck yourself. All right? I wish you did that earlier. I wouldn't have been in this situation. I can't help thinking that this arrangement would descend very quickly into mutual resentment and unhappiness and would eventually be a detrimental environment for the kid. Abso-fucking-lutely. I've lived with friends in the past, and if a dirty kitchen can cause irritation, I don't know how a shitting, drooling, screaming baby will fly under the radar. I want to move somewhere close by so I can share the parenting duties, but I don't see how moving in is a better solution. She is also asking for financial support to the tune of half, which the shit I've spelt out above surely makes this impossible. She's tit deep in an already blossomed career, and I'm doing my best to stay away from the dole, or as Americans say, welfare. So I'm asking advice on two things. How do I relay my moving in doubts to a hormonal pregnant woman without hurting her feelings or making her feel like she has to go at it alone? And how can I spell it out to her that I won't be able to be there for the baby financially in the way she wants? Jesus Christ, dude. What else? And how do you fucking jump to the moon? By the way, when she told me about the pregnancy and oh Jesus arrived fully formed in my mouth, go fuck yourself, cunt. You just have to have an adult conversation with her. Just be like, look, who's kidding who? We're not in love with one another. You're not my soulmate. I'm not your soulmate. But we're both adults, and we did this, so we have to take responsibility. Okay? I would still like to meet my soulmate, and I imagine you would too. And we're not going to be able to do that if we're basically pretending to be a couple, which we're not. We're not, okay? Just look at the baby like it's like a timeshare condo. Sorry. No, just to tell you, you're not going to move in. I'm not moving in with you. I'm going to support you 100% with the baby, 100%. But I'm not moving in. And when she says, why? Just be like, because I'm not in love with you. We're not getting married. We screwed up, and now we're doing the right thing. But, yeah, I'm not moving in. And what's she going to do, grab you by the throat, make you move in? No, fuck this. And the fact that she's making these demands, she wants half of your money. Well, this is the deal, dude. You knocked a girl up, and now you got a kid coming. So you got to go make some money. All right? And you do have to support the kid. This is one of these fucked up things. If she's got a great career, why does she need half of your salary? You know what I mean? If you had a great career, she wouldn't even fucking work. Why don't you say this? All right, how about this? Why don't I be Mr. Mom? I'll stay home with the kid and you go out and work and you support me. I'll wear a fucking apron. Have at it, lady. Go put on your Nancy Reagan power suit and fucking have at it. Yeah, dude, look. What do you... I know, you got the double whammy here. I wouldn't do a double header here. Although the conversation might go in that direction, but I would definitely not tell her that I'm moving in with her. There's no fucking way. There's no way that that's happening. All right? There's no way that that's happening. Because I'm not in love with you. And let her hem, let her haw, let her cry, let her scream, let her throw shit, let her do whatever the fuck she wants to do. You're not moving in with her, sir. All right? Don't do it. Don't go to bed with a price on your head. No. Don't do it. Sorry, Beretta. Don't fucking do it. All right? And then as far as, like, supporting your kid, you got to do it. You got to give her the money. You can't have that. This kid is in an unbelievably unfortunate situation. You have to make the best of it. And you guys have to be friends. And that's another reason for not moving in. You know, what are you going to sleep in the same bed? Like you're married, like you love each other? I mean, you can't fucking do it. So, I don't know. But as far as the money thing, yeah, you got to go out and start making some money. And if you have to sleep on a fucking futon or whatever, believe me, that's going to be better than having, some 18-year-old kid someday who had a shit childhood because of you, and then you got to deal with that and then try and put the pieces together when you're on your fucking deathbed. You don't want to do that either. But as far as moving in, fuck that. Move close by. And that's it. It's not up for discussion, okay? And she can make all the fucking demands she wants to. Demands. Fucking dope. She made a mistake too. What the fuck she making demands out of you for? Furthermore, why the fuck why you worry about it? All right? She can't force you to move in, so fuck her. All right? With a condom next time, sir. Hey, Billy Dope. Billy the fucking dope. Can women forget Mr. Nice Guy persona? Hey, I'm really having a difficult reading today. All right, big fan from Lithuania. That's another one on the list that I got to get to. You're a great comedian. It would be great if you ever decided to do your stand-up here in the Baltics. That will happen at some point in my career, hopefully sooner rather than later. All right, the guy says, I got this dilemma. Can a woman forget your past as a nice guy? One of my former classmates is coming back to my hometown on summer vacation for a few weeks, and let's say I'd like to get intimate with her while she's here. Now, the thing is, when we were still in school, I had a mad crush on this girl for years. However, shit didn't work out because I didn't know how the life works, how the females work, and also I was a little bitch, Mr. Nice Guy. I'd beat my younger self if that was possible. All right, you're doing some good therapy here. But over the years that I've spent in our capital city, I can safely say that my view and attitude towards females and masculinity has changed significantly. What do you think? Can a woman brush off the image of a nice guy, or are you forever marked with the certain character traits in her eyes? Yeah, I think you're kind of fucked. Just put it this way, like, take like the actor that played like Urkel or something like that. It's like you're typecast, you know? And Urkel could literally become an army fucking ranger and then leave the military, and when he went to go do a fucking action movie, they'd be, fucking Urkel, give me a fucking break, right? It just, the problem is, what you gotta do, look, you always gotta take it bad. What you're gonna have to do when you get up there, you're gonna have to crowd the plate. No, kid. I would just be, you're gonna have to be significantly different to raise any sort of intrigue in her. You know what I mean? Because she probably just wants to meet up with you, you know, have a couple of ciders or whatever those drinks women have when they know that they're not gonna fuck you. You know, one of those fucking, I want to feel warm. You know, they have that stupid sweater that covers their hands too, and they drink it with both hands out of a mug. You know, and it's just fucking over, right? They're like, you know, hitting more on the waiter than they don't even listen to you. You're going to have to, like, I don't know. I don't know what you got to do. Go buy yourself a Raiders of the Lost Ark leather jacket. You got to try to come in and act like you've been fucking doing. So this is the thing. This is what's going to fuck you, is you want this woman too bad. All right? You got to not give a fuck. Don't be a dick, but just go in there and just, hey, what's going on? What have you been up to? You know, and then talk up some of the shit you're doing. You know, I don't know, look at your phone. This broad, she's driving me crazy. I got the ladies all over me. I don't know, dude, I don't know what to tell you on this one. Once you're typecast, it's fucking over, dude. You got to go behind the camera here. You got to start directing or some shit, because I don't know what to tell you. This is what I would do. Just know this, going into it, you're fucked. All right? So there's no pressure. Who gives a shit? And, I don't know, make her laugh and just tell her, you know what, I always had a crush on you, but I used to be a bitch, but I'm not a bitch anymore. So what do you say? What do you say you come over here and jump on my fucking... No, you can't go that way. But, yeah, I would... Yeah, man, that's a tough one. That's a tough one. You know, maybe that's it. Just trash your former self. Yeah, I used to be a bitch, you know. I don't know how to do it, dude. You know what? You stumped me. Somewhere in there. I think the whole not giving a fuck and then trashing your former self and then just telling her that you had a crush on her. Who knows, dude? Maybe, I don't know. There's a chance maybe she liked you back then, or I don't know. Women got that thing though, dude. Once you're the fucking friend, it's over, dude. It's over. You're fucking, the lovely Nia. Nia, you know, we need you. Me and this guy from Lithuania. I'll tell you really quickly. Grab one of those cords. All right, Jesus. All right, as you're plugging in, I'll tell you. This guy basically in Lithuania, he used to be a bitch he used to be Mr. Nice Guy. So he didn't get any of the nice, as Tracy Morgan would say, right? So he whatever. He had a crush on this chick, and she got put in the friend zone, as Chris Rock would say. I'm just going to quote every black comedian here. And you plugged in? There we go. And you're putting the windscreen on. And it's really loud and annoying to the listeners.
Oh, I'm sorry,
there we
everybody.
Go. The lovely Nia, everybody.
Hi.
Yeah, so basically, he had a crush on this girl. He was a nice guy. He got put in the friend zone. And now she's coming back to town. He's now lived in the city. He understands the male-female dynamic better.
Okay.
And the way he's wording this, he's been doing all right for himself. But he still wants to bang this woman. His question is, once you're in the friend zone like that, is it possible to get out of it?
Absolutely.
It is? Oh, wow, okay, because I was going like, I don't know. I was saying you're like typecast. You're like Urkel, and now you want to be the star of an action movie.
You know, but yeah, no, I think you can, but it's all predicated on your behavior. Like, you don't gotta all of a sudden start acting like an aloof jerk or anything like that.
So I told him to buy a Raiders of the Lost Ark waist-length leather jacket, maybe get a hat. Is that...
And a whip.
Yeah. Is that bad?
I just think maybe you're a little less available, perhaps. It can be a thing where she'll come to town and be like, "Oh my God, let's go here and da da da. And I want to do this and that." "Oh yeah, 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 definitely. Well, let me know when you're around. Yeah, maybe we can grab a drink or something. Keep it cash, and don't go in there like, so I've been fucking a lot of broads since you left." Not like that, but just as she's talking about her life, you talk about your life. "Yeah, I've been seeing some girls here and there. I don't know, nothing too serious, but I've been having my fun. But anyway, what's going on with you? You look good." Like that. Like,
Nia, bam. That was good.
oh, were you enjoying that just then? That little interaction?
No, I'm enjoying the advice.
Yeah,
That was
okay.
good.
Thank
That
you.
I was stammering. I was like, you might have to just fucking. I said, the best thing you got going is you got no shot. So just don't give a fuck and just go in there and just be like.
But I think that's
said,
also true too. You have to you can't go into it with expectations of anything.
Yeah, you either
I think
fuck her or you
just,
don't.
I think you just be normal, be a friend like you have been. But I think I have a friend who often gets friend zoned, and I'm always telling him that he needs to make himself less available because he always makes himself available.
What does that do psychologically
And
to
it's
women
always
when you're
like-
less available? Because I have
well-
my theory, and I know it'll be considered sexist, so I'll listen to yours
I
instead.
think it's the same with men and women. If you're less available, like the people want you more. I think that's just how life is. People like the hunt. I think men like the hunt a little more. So I think you should.
I never liked the hunt.
Really.
If someone was like a fan, I'd be like, oh, hey, and I'd be like,
You're
fuck.
not a hunter.
I was like,
you're more of a gatherer.
No, I was just more like, I hated when women played hard to get. It was it got so boring so fucking fast. I was just like, I'll just go rub one out. And then I'll go watch a game. And then, something, then you're not worth the fucking trouble.
Right.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I just always found that because I remember when I would just start to walk away, and then these girls would be like, "No, you're supposed to blah 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 blah." I was like,
Yeah.
I didn't get the script. Am I in like some fucking awful play right now?
Right.
I walked away from a lot. My number could have been so much higher. I should have chased. I didn't chase. I just tapped out. I'd be like, all right, yeah, if you don't want to, I understand. I wouldn't fuck me either.
Oh, honey.
All right. Oh, no, don't say that about yourself. People like you. All right. All right. Boyfriend doesn't want a dog. I don't even know how to say this. Hey, Billy, is that a French word? Bete with the little hat on the first E? Now I got to look it up. You know what happens when I do this shit. All right. French to English translation. There we go. Oh, that means stupid. You fucking asshole. Hey, Billy, stupid. So anyways, here we go. Billy stupid. All right. And I'm a longtime lady listener. I love your stand-up specials, and F is for Family is amazing. Thank you. Nice work. Thank you. Thanks again. I'm 29, and I just moved away from Seattle to San Antonio with my Air Force pilot boyfriend. Oh, all right. How does that one go? Off we go into the wild blue yonder. This is my first time living away from home, and he's gone a lot for work. I thought it would be a good idea for us to get a dog to keep me sane. I love animals and was a part-time dog walker in Seattle. My boyfriend, however, has never owned a pet in his life and isn't hot on the idea of having a dog. He's from Iowa, and he believes livestock shouldn't live indoors. Oh, Jesus. I've owned cats and dogs my entire life. In fact, I had to leave my 17-year-old cat behind in Seattle, and it broke my heart. Can you offer any persuasive words to help bring him around, or should I just drop it? Thanks for the laugh and go fuck yourself. How do you bring him around? Well, you can do what my wife did, and you foster, air quote, a rescue dog. That's what happens. You foster a rescue dog, which means, yeah, just have it for the weekend. And as the bit went in my act, I went from, there's no fucking way I'm keeping this dog, and in a 48-hour period, went all the way to, oh my God, this thing's going to die someday. How am I emotionally going to be able to handle this? You could do that. This is what I would do. Either way, no matter how this works out, I would get a small dog. Okay? Small dog, small problems. Okay? Small expenses, small shits to pick up as you're housebreaking the fucking thing. House training, whatever the fuck it is. It's not a horse bill. You don't ride the thing. How would you do this? Well, it sounds like he doesn't want to do it. Why would he call it livestock? It's not livestock. It's a fucking pet. I don't know. You know what it is? This is the thing. If you foster a dog, this is what's going to happen. So this guy grew up on a farm, or he grew up in Iowa. This is the thing. When you fucking come home on a farm, a cow's not flipping out and excited to see you. Neither is a horse. They can do little things, but nobody gets excited like a fucking dog. You know what I mean? It's like Dick Vitale. Oh, baby! He's a primetime player! Right? Every time you come home, your dog flips out like you just dunked the ball on a fast break and the other team called timeout. That's the way your dog fucking reacts. Now, I know from experiences when I was just a boy and I would walk to school and I used to feed this horse every day on the way. Bill, is this a Tom Sawyer movie? No, it isn't. This was my childhood. And I remember one time it wouldn't come over, so I walked away, and when I looked back, it was doing that walk where it was nodding its head and flipping out for whatever fucking reason. It was like playing hard to get. So I know that they can, I guess on some level, show a certain level of emotion. But like, I think maybe, I don't know what kind of dog. If you get a little dog that has a nice mushed up face, you know, maybe like one of those French bulldogs, something that snores and farts, your boyfriend can find it funny. I have no idea. Maybe a dog like that, but I find it hard to fucking believe. Unless he grew up on a farm, and anybody who grew up on a fucking farm on a certain level, like they got this cold-bloodedness to them. You know what I mean? They've just seen too much. They've seen fucking animals slaughtered. You know, like when they were a kid, like their dad goes, "You want chicken for dinner? Is that what you want? Quit your crying. You want chicken for dinner? All right, you come out here. You come out here, right? Come on out. Which one's it going to be? Dad, I don't want chicken anymore. No, you said you wanted chicken. Now pick one out. Boy, if you don't I'm going to fucking have you for dinner if you, all right, that one. Then he fucking just grabs it, puts it on the chopping block, and then hands that kid the fucking cleaver. Go on, do it. I said do it! Right? They lived through that at like the age of 6. So they don't look at animals the way we do. And I got to be honest with you. I remember one time I saw this guy shoot a fucking cow because it was bullying the other fucking, it was shot a steer because it was bullying the other steer. They couldn't figure out why they'd come back, the next morning and like 2 or 3 cows looked like somebody tried to extrapolate some fucking information from them, right? Is that the right word? I don't know. But they got slapped around, like they walked into a door and they couldn't figure, who the fuck's slapping the shit out of these steer? And it turned, they figured out which one it was, so they were like, all right, we got to kill this fucking thing, but here's the deal. We don't want the thing to be stressed before it's killed because that'll affect the taste of the meat. So what they do is they just sort of, they just sort of pen it in, and how you doing? Doopy doopy doo. And then they just fucking take out a gun. Blam! They fucking kill it, right? And I was like, oh my God. So then the guy had like this tractor, and they tied up the back of its legs. They tied up its back legs, and then they just lifted it up off the ground. Then they gutted the fucking thing. All the blood's pouring out, all the fucking entrails, and I'm just sitting there going, oh my God, I'm never eating meat again. This is fucking horrific, right? And then once they fucking chop the head and the legs off, and they get the fur, the hide off, and they started chopping it up. I went from like, oh my God, I'm never eating meat again, to my mouth watering, going, holy fuck, look at all those steaks. And this guy was cutting them in like 4-inch fucking slabs, like Fred Flintstone fucking steaks. And it's just like, dude, you could literally eat yourself to death and not get a third of the way through that fucking cattle, or what, a steer, whatever the fuck it is. So I think the thing about it is if he grew up in Iowa anywhere near a farm, that's how they look at animals. They look at it like, this is a food source. And don't get too emotionally attached to it. Keep it outside. Do not give it a fucking name. And when it can't make you any more money, you give it the old fucking right there, Fred. So he might be a lost cause. You know what I mean? And as bad as that might be for you, I got to tell you, like, the fact that he can wall off those feelings like that is great if you ever have an intruder. Because God help him when the intruder gets those farm hands around him. Fucking throwing bales of hay since he was 4 years, like a farm boy strength. Jesus Christ. That fucking, all those fucking, every offensive lineman for Nebraska just grew up fucking punching steer in the goddamn head. The fucking maniacs. So the fact that he grew up in Iowa, it might be a lost cause. So I would just say try fostering a dog and try to just get one that is cool and chills. But if your boyfriend's active, maybe you want something that's a little more athletic. But like, you know, you can have a dog that just wants to chill while you watch the fucking game. I mean, that's the best. That's why I love my dog. My dog is fucking shredded. It makes me want to work out. But then also, you know, it is down to take a nap any fucking time you want. It's not like those sheep herding fucking lunatic dogs that have like ADD, and if you don't give it a project, it starts fucking eating the door, you know? But anyways, good luck with that shit. Boxing or porn? Jesus Christ, there's a fucking wide variety on this one. Dear Bill, I'm facing a dilemma in my life, and I was hoping to gain an outside opinion. I'm a 20-year-old male, and I've always had aspirations of becoming a professional boxer. However, I have a problem. I fear that I'm addicted to sex. What? I already don't believe this. This is such a fucking left turn. I don't even believe this is causing problems in my relationship with my fiance. I'm absolutely in love with this woman. She goes out of her way to make me happy. Sacrifice. Sorry, I got the hiccups. I wolfed down my breakfast before this. She goes out of her way to make me happy, sacrifice so much just to be with me, and also pleasures me often. Gross! Why couldn't you just say you have a wonderful sex life? Pleasures me often. I got to picture you with your head thrown back. Why would you do that to me, you cunt? All right, the only problem is my sexual frustration with her. We have passionate sex many times during the week, but I still want it even more, eventually ending up growing angry and resentful towards her when she doesn't want to. Jesus, dude, go rub one out. And later feeling like an asshole. This brings me to ask myself, should I just fuck for a living? My fiance and past partners have always complimented me on my performance in bed and my stamina. Jesus Christ, this guy's going hard on Memorial Day. Should we have a parade for you? Going up to 3 hours on occasions. I love the sport of boxing and have always worked toward that, but this problem I have sometimes just makes me want to drop everything and go fuck the world. Any advice? This is real or fake. This is great. Any advice you have regarding this problem, my relationship or career path will be greatly appreciated. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. Well, look, if you're boxing, you're in great shape. You know, I don't know if you got the porno dick or not, but you definitely got the stamina. But, dude, you don't want to go into that world. If you have other fucking options, you don't want to go into that world. And, you know, there's very few, like, the people who seem to make the zillions of dollars, which is still really hard to do at this point because porno has become free, seems to be the women. They seem to be the ones that can be a star just because guys watch, I guess, way more of it. So I would say, Jesus Christ, am I going to tell you to go get your head kicked in or fucking go join the dark world of porn? I would say boxing. This is what I would do if I was you. You know, you usually say if you look, dude, you know something with your fucking sex drive. They always say, you know, boxers right before a big fight they abstain from sex for 10 days, dude. You know, your only problem is you're gonna be coming in, then your balls are gonna feel like they're fucking through the tarmac, whatever the hell you call it, the squared circle. Yeah, I say you keep fucking boxing, you abstain from sex, and hopefully you're good at boxing. You know, that's not a fucking good profession to just be okay at, because you're gonna be fucking, you know, your brain's gonna be mush. Why don't you try the UFC? At least you got a chance that you can tap out. You can just not saying you don't get knocked out, you don't take a bunch of headshots in the UFC, but I mean, you can get, you know, an arm bar. I'd rather have an arm bar than be knocked out, because you can tap out before they pop out. You dislocate your elbow. You get choked out, which sounds horrific to me, but every professional fighter I've ever seen is like, dude, I'd much rather get choked out than knocked out. You just go to sleep, and then the ref stops it. You're fine, right? I got to tell you, that's one of the oddest questions I've ever had. I don't know, dude. But God help you. If you become successful as a boxer, you're going to become famous, and God help your relationship then. There's no way to jerk it out of yourself? Go out and lay on the front lawn like one of those sprinklers. Just fucking, shoot all your jizz out, then get on with your fucking day. Go do your road work. Running with your hoodie and your Timberlands on. I don't know what to tell you, dude. That's way beyond me. You sound like you need a therapist. Jesus Christ. I want to believe that one was true. I don't know about that. Caught cheating. Hey, they have Freckles the Clown. I'm a married guy in my mid-30s. I don't want to bore everyone with the details, but I recently got caught cheating on my wife with a 25-year-old lady. The affair went on for about 4 months, and the truth is I really started to like this girl. After getting caught and spending a few nights in a hotel, my wife graciously suggests that we work on our marriage and try to put this mess behind us. We have 2 small children, so all logic points to me agreeing to get the help we need and to move on with our marriage. The only problem is that I can't get this other girl out of my mind. These women are 2 polar opposites of each other. My wife, a professional, more conservative woman, and the other girl is a 25-year-old party girl. I know what the clear answer is, but how do I snap out of this and put this other girl out of my mind? All right, this is a very simple one, sir. First of all, your wife is a saint, all right, that she's going to take you back. And I'm not judging you, all right? I am a man. We've all been there, all right? She is a saint that she's going to fucking take you back, all right? So you got to treat her like that one. And secondly, what do you do? How do you get this girl out of your mind? Easy. You wake up in the morning, you walk into a bathroom, you close the door, and you rub one out to her. And then you get on with your fucking day. All right? Go in there, close the door, rub one out. When you're done rubbing one out, it's just going to hit you. What am I, out of my fucking mind? Listen how you describe, these women, they're 2 polar opposites. My wife is a professional, more conservative woman, and the other girl is a 25-year-old party girl. Why don't you just say it? Your wife is the kind of girl you marry, and this other girl's a fucking whore. All right? Dude, it's not worth it. Just get it out of you. I'm telling you. If you're any sort of an intelligent human being, the second you rub one out, you're going to be thinking, I don't want to call that other girl. What am I, a fucking idiot? You're going to look at your kids. What the hell was I thinking? All right? Other than that, if you don't, you're an idiot. All right? Because this is what's going to happen, sir. You're going to lose your wife. Your kids are going to hate you. You're going to lose your house. You're going to end up on a futon in a studio apartment. And that 25-year-old party girl is going to move on to somebody else. And you're going to be left there with your dick in your hand. So, both scenarios, you end up with your dick in your hand. Would you like to do it in a 4-bedroom house or a fucking studio apartment with empty Chinese food containers all around as you cry yourself to sleep wondering what the fuck happened? Jesus. I gave him the lumber there, didn't I, huh? Those little Lucics there. I gave him the fucking stick between the balls there. Open relations. Hi there, Billy Baldbags. What the fuck is up with open relationships these days? I'm a 37-year-old lady, unexpectedly widowed. I'm sorry to hear that. And after 8 years with my husband, I'm getting back out there in the dating world and have discovered a plethora of people who are in open or polyamorous relationships. I don't know what polyamorous means. All right. Open relationship means like, keep it clean. I don't want to know about it. Don't make sure it's nobody I know. Polyamorous. Amorous. Is a practice or desire for intimate relationships involving more than 2 people. Oh, so they have threesomes together. That's so fucking weird. Does the couple break down the game tape afterwards? I just felt like you licked her pussy a little bit better than mine. Do you make halftime adjustments when you switch in positions? Open relationship. This will get me in trouble. Rules to be looking at this online. This is my search engine. Open relationship. 6 rules for doing the whole open relation thing right. 1, don't do it. 2, don't do it. All right, open relationship. All right. Okay, here we go. 1, understand what an open relationship actually is. There's a lot of confusion about what is and what isn't an open relationship. Some people who are in long-distance relationships say they're in an open relationship. They both hook up with whoever, but just don't talk about it. By the word open connotes honesty. All right, so they have to know about it. An open relationship acknowledges that couples can have their needs met by other people. If you're really okay with that, why keep it a secret? All right.
It's actually a great point. If you are okay with it, it shouldn't bug you. What'd you do today, honey? Oh, I went down to Home Depot. I had some chick blow me on the way home, and I got a pizza. Oh, that's great. I taped Hunger Games, whatever the fuck they're called, Thunder Games. Make sure you're doing it right, doing it for the right reasons. Are you interested in an open relationship just because you want to be with other people? Or is it that you're interested in physical experiences with other people, but you want to stay committed to sharing your emotional and spiritual self with one person? This is where it gets complicated. Set some boundaries. No anal. Every person's guidelines are different, but there are always things to think about before you enter into an open relationship. Do you both need to be present in order for sex with other people to be okay? Can you be with one gender and not the other? Are certain sex acts off the table? These are all important things. That's like the early days of USC. All right, no more eye gouging. You can't do that thing where the other guy puts the finger in your ass and then you go, all right, I give. All right, that's actually a wrestling move, if you can believe it. Tell your other partners, anyone you hook up with outside your relationship deserves to know the deal. Try to say something like, I find you attractive, but you should know my partner and I are in an open relationship, so there's someone else in my life. That way they can be fully informed, okay? Keep it healthy, that's obvious. Have regular checkups. There you go. All right, so now that I'm a little more fucking educated. What the fuck did that just say? Oh, 60 turn-ons for better sex. I thought it was turn-ons for over 60. I think I am a little dyslexic. All right. So she says she's getting in there, and everybody, okay, so there's a bunch of like husbands and wives looking to hook up with her, or people who are saying that they're in open relationships. She goes, I've recently started dating a great guy who lives with the mother of his kids in a supposedly sexless domestic partnership. We have a great connection and we enjoy each other's company, but he doesn't have a lot of extra chill time due to his family commitments. I have kids too, the same age as his even. I keep telling him, let's all hang out together, but he is hesitant, which makes me question the openness of his open relationship. Or maybe he just wants to fuck you. Right? I keep telling him, let's hang out together. Okay. I should have walked away sooner, but he gives really good head. Jesus Christ. I'm not ready for anything too serious. I just wish he had more time to spend with me socially. This seems to be more and more common. These, I'm so cool and modern, I'm going to fuck you and then go home to my wife hipsters. Should I keep seeing this guy? Thanks for your insight. I'm a former Bostonian living in Hawaii. I'm a huge fan. You keep me laughing through some hard times, and I fucking love your old freckled face. Mwah. Oh, thank you. I would say, yeah, I don't know. That's all fucking. Look, if you just want to fuck around, but like this guy obviously doesn't want to do anything more. Even if he wasn't with somebody else, if he doesn't want to hang out with you, then that means he just wants to be fuck buddies, which is totally cool if you know that that's the deal. If you're all right with that, I would continue seeing him. If you're not, I would move on. And if you're sick of meeting people like that, I'm sure there's men who, that didn't work. I was going to say men who are sick of meeting women who are in an open relationship. Yeah, guys would be like, yeah, that's cool. You don't want to hang out? Perfect. Up top. Sounds good to me. Yeah, if you're your age, how busy you are and all that shit, I'm not trying to be a dick. I'm 10 years older than you, so I'm not talking down to you. You're 37, you got fucking kids. The kinds of people you're going to meet in the civilian world are also going to be married with kids, I'm saying, or divorced, I mean. I would join a dating site. That's what I would do. And just say what you want, and I would fucking go out and try and find it. When you're ready. But, as far as all that other shit, I mean, that's up to you. I have no fucking idea. That just made me happy that I'm fucking married. All right. Girlfriend's weight. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. Dear Bill, I'm a 21-year-old guy and my girlfriend is 20. We've been talking for about 6 months now, and we just recently decided to make it official. Now, here's the part where I need your expert advice. Oh, Jesus. How should I go about telling her I think she needs to lose weight? She's not a fat ass by no means, but she could lose a few pounds. I sound like an ass. I know I sound like an asshole, I think is what he's supposed to say. Yeah, I know I sound like an asshole, but I care about her and want to see her be more confident. Thanks for the help. I enjoyed the show in Long Beach. How do you say she could lose it? There is no way. What I would do is I would get yourself in great shape and start getting her into hiking with you and but you can't make somebody work out. You can't make somebody get in shape. They either want to do it or they don't. And, that's like a major, major, major fucking
you know, telling a woman she needs to lose a few pounds is like that's the female equivalent of them saying to you, like, you know, your dick could be a little bigger. It's devastating. I wouldn't say it to her, but you know, you also got to think, you know, at 20, if they're already getting out of shape at 20 years of age, you know, then what? Then they have a couple of kids. They're going to be a fucking house. I mean, that's just something you got to be honest about. If someone doesn't take care of themselves, you know, and this works both ways too, ladies. Like if you're with some guy and he's in his 20s and he's sitting there and he's already getting man tits, it's not going to get better. And you got to sit there and really just be like, how much do I love this person? Because I'm going to watch them slowly eat themselves to death. Because that's what you're doing. And unfortunately, your chickens start coming home to roost in your 40s. Whatever the fuck you did, whenever you started to go off the rails at 16 or 17 with drinking, drugging, eating, or whatever, right around when you get to your 40s is when the first, like, God damn, that happened to him. I thought that was some old man shit. And you're like, oh, wait, we're in our 40s. Because you'll still feel like you're in your 20s. So, I don't know. I would go a positive route. I would just tell her we tell her how good she looked. I mean, it's just fucking, I don't, there's no way to do it. There's no, that's a fortress and there's no door in. You know what I mean? There's no door in on that one. You just have to if you're going to say it, if you just fucking say it, then you're really risking like hurting her really bad. You know what I mean? And who wants to do that? You don't want to fucking do that, you know? I wonder if women ever feel that way about guys. Like if there's anything like there's like, you know what, you just can't say that to a guy because that will hurt them too much. Do they ever think shit like that? I think shit like that with women. There's just certain things you just don't fucking say. You're like, what is it? All I'm going to do is hurt her and ruin her for the next person when she fucking eventually comes to her senses and dumps me. And then you'll be like, you know what this guy said to me one time? We were going into Wendy's. And I ordered a double cheeseburger. And he interrupted. He said, no. She wants the single. You know, being that guy. No, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I can't tell you this, though. I feel like when you are, you know, aside from just owing it to yourself to try to stay in shape, when you're in a relationship with someone, to just fucking let yourself go and just become a fat fuck and, you know, to just not have the consideration that somebody is sort of obligated to have sex with you, to just try and remotely keep yourself looking halfway decent. It's really a selfish fucking thing, you know. But we live in the age of a lot of times the victim is considered like the antagonizer. You know what I mean? I would never do that to me. I would never just fucking put on 100 fucking pounds and just come waddling into the fucking bedroom, you know, roll over on top of her. And she would be completely grossed out, and every woman listening to this probably just went, picture that. Me, 100 pounds heavier, naked, sweating on my upper lip, crawling into fucking bed. Yeah, exactly. Isn't that disgusting? Well, that's a two-way street, sweetheart. You know, we don't want to see you come fucking waddling into the room. You know, your hips taking out the fucking door jamb. You know what I mean? It's not, it's not fair to either person. You know, when you really look at it, nobody understands that more than gay guys. I would say that gay guys have the most respect for the fact that someone's going to hook up with them. You know what I mean? I wonder if they're pound for pound in the best fucking shape than anybody else. Or is it because they're trying to attract guys and they know guys are, I can't even say that shallow, because they always say that guys are shallow. When it comes to that, we are. But like, you fucking hold up something shiny, a woman's like, I want that. You know, they're just as bad, right? Ah, Christ, I'm all over the map. Old boyfriend texts wife. Old Billy Cheeseballs.
Where'd that come from?
I don't know. I just fucking make up names for me.
Oh, okay.
All right. Very happily married for 25 years to the hottest wife and mother of our 3 sons. She's in spectacular shape and beautiful. While on vacation in Palm
It's the
Springs.
most important thing, right? Just keep yourself in shape.
Yeah, we're visual animals. We're visual animals.
I know.
There's a reason why all those gay guys are walking around with 6-packs, because they know what they're trying to attract. Yeah.
Don't bring the gays into this.
Do you think all those gay guys want to go to the gym that much? They have to. If they don't, that's the end of the dick train, and they know it. They know it. Oh, they know it. All right. So anyways, while on vacation in Palm Springs, I caught a glimpse of her phone screen and saw a text from PB. PB was asking, how's the weather? So I asked her who PB is. After a little persuasion, she replied, it's Dave. Dave is a boyfriend from her high school years, and he is a former fiance. This is awful. She promised it was nothing. I asked if they had seen
Why
each
does she
other.
have him underneath a different name, though?
Yeah.
That's pretty suspect. When you have the person's name saved under an alias.
PB.
What does PB mean? Wait, is that
Penis. Brilliant penis. She's dyslexic. Penis babe.
Penis babe?
Pussy banger.
Maybe. I'm sure it's something between the two.
It was a
of them.
capital P and then a lowercase b. I don't know why you did it. All right. If you guys have any suggestions what PB would
Oh
stand
my
for.
God. I can
Come
only
on, it's
imagine
fun.
what's gonna come
It's
through
what
Twitter
social
now.
media is all about.
Jesus.
He goes, she promised it was nothing. I asked if they had seen each other or slept together. She said no. I believe her.
Okay.
Oh, Jesus. It's a former fiance. Does he mean now? I guess now. Or maybe I just want to believe her. She's otherwise a very honest person. Well, I sent Dave a text, and here's what I said. Oh, beautiful. I'm only going to say this once. You're nothing but a sleazy cocksucker. You've crossed the line of decency. Go fuck yourself. Or better yet, go choke to death on some poor somebody's dick.
Wait, what?
It's a homophobic. He was upset, you know.
Okay.
Never communicate with my wife, capital letters, ever. If you pursue her in any way, I'll cut your dick off with a rusty saw blade and shove it down your throat. I hope you're getting the message here. His
Graphic.
reply, understood, this is the last text, name and number deleted. My question to you is, was I harsh enough with Dave? And I'm not sure what to do about my wife. She deleted him from her contacts, and she said she has no need to ever communicate with him again. What are your thoughts?
Well, I think you need to let it be then. I mean, I have to say, that was masterful, that text that he sent to PB, aka Dave. I think he got the message with that one.
Now, what do you think? So do you think she banged him?
No, she was probably sending flirting, borderline inappropriate text messages. I bet you're still as beautiful as the day I took you to prom. Like that type of shit. Why are you?
I
Why are you
probably went a
looking at me
little
like
further
that?
than that. I don't fucking know. He said
Because if it were you, Bill Burr, you probably would have said some, like, that's why you're making that face right now. Because you know how you are. You probably would have said some inappropriate shit over text.
I mean, that's what
Yeah.
texting is.
Is that what texting is?
It is. It's. What is?
Please
How do
explain
I
Please
get to this?
explain texting to us, Bill Burr. Please explain how texting works.
All right. Advice for a fellow ginger.
Oh, moving right
Moving
along.
right
from
along.
that one.
Right along. All right. Weed, pussy, or nothing. Jesus Christ. Pushing all the chips in. This is the World Series of Poker. All right. Hey there, Billy Boy. I'm a new listener to your podcast, but a longtime fan of your stand-up. I was wondering if you could help me out with a dilemma I'm facing. So my weed dealer put the moves on me my last time I was at her place. Nothing came of it, but I could tell she was trying to get me to fuck her. Until now, I thought it was weird that she began to sell me pot for practically nothing. Wow. She's cool, and I've hung out with her at her place many times to just smoke weed. Just as well, I'm single, so I have no problem getting some strange pussy that falls into my lap. The problem is that she's a very heavy broad and completely unattractive. Oh, Jesus. But she sells the best weed in the area. Dude, this has all the makings of the great first 10 pages of a script. We've established who the characters are.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Now
I'm
we've
sure
got
this
the
story will
problem.
go super far with this premise.
Oh, God. You know what? You know what I love? You know what I love?
wanted to do that. I'm
you know
sorry.
that guys.
I couldn't help it.
You know that guys just want to fuck you. Women know that. You use it to your advantage to get shit. And then when we admit that that's what we want to do, you're like, "Duh, is that what you want
fucking do?
Oh my God, I really wish someone would tell the story about a guy who's getting thrown pussy left and right and doesn't know what to do with it. And it's like a coming of age, and I'm sure he's also fighting with his friends a little bit about like what dorm we're
Yeah.
gonna stay in college.
Hey, this is hilarious. He's got this heavy broad that he's not attracted to, who's this fucking weed dealer.
Yeah.
She's got the best weed.
Yeah.
He knows she wants to fuck him.
What was the rest of the story? Does he want?
Yeah, this is a fucking, come on. Seth Rogen would crush this. Oh, you are in it. You know what? You're hungry. You're like him in that Snickers commercial. I
No,
don't even know who
I'm
you are
sure
right now.
Seth Rogen would write a phenomenal transcendent script that Jonah Hill would act out, and it would just be like, wow, is this what it's like?
What is wrong with you? I like all of those people, and I like those movies. You don't like Hot Tub
What
Time
is it
Machine?
like to be chubby and awkward and not know what to do with your life?
Oh, why are you being a jerk?
I don't know.
You're being a
I'm
jerk.
sorry.
Yeah, you're hungry.
I'm being a little bit of a jerk.
Apologize to Seth Rogen.
I'm also
Jonah
a
Hill.
little, whatever.
Okay. Yeah, you are. You're a little out of sorts here.
Okay.
All right, you're burning bridges in this town, sweetie. Let me tell you something. Those bridges
What's
don't come
the rest
back.
of the story? So
But she sells the best weed in the area. I don't want to not fuck her and then have her cut me off. But at the same time, I feel that if I do fuck her, then I'm no better than an addicted crack whore doing a line off some fat guy's dick.
Maybe.
So guess what? When it comes down to it, do I fuck my ugly drug dealer for good cheap weed?
Oh my God!
Or do I
These
just
questions.
or do I just find a new dealer with super herb and pay more money? Thanks. Hope all is well with you, ginger fuck. Because you ginger fuck.
Have you ever heard the expression "don't shit where you eat"?
Yeah.
Don't fuck your weed dealer.
Yeah, don't fuck her.
This is a business relationship. Keep it business.
Should he lie and start talking about how he has a girlfriend?
No, just buy weed from her and just let it be business.
Yeah, stop smoking with her.
And also, I mean, maybe she's desperate for your cock, but maybe you're reading into it. She might be trying to fuck you and the next dude.
So she's
She's a
giving.
drug
So
dealer.
she's
a drug dealer. She's hustling. She's hustling for customers. She's hustling for dick. Don't get excited. You're
wait
not
a
the
minute.
only one, bruh.
So you think? Yeah, but she's giving it away for next to nothing. If she does that, she's not going to make any money.
True. She's making it in other ways.
I don't know. I feel like just don't fuck your weed dealer. That just sounds like a disaster written all over it. Or get yourself a really good connect now, have that in your back pocket. So if you do decide to, the only reason why you would fuck your weed dealer is if you actually want to fuck her, not because you're so desperate for the best weed ever. Have you really had the best weed in your entire city? Probably not. So calm down. Don't
He's
bang
got a
her.
dealer. I mean, you're kind of into the habit. You're not just going, hey, can I get a hit off that? When you're fucking going there week after week to the point that your
Weed dealers are a dime a dozen, though. It's not like it's
Yeah,
a specialty.
But I'm just saying, this fucking chick he's buying so much weed off him, she's developing feelings for him.
She's not. He might be cute.
Jesus.
And she might have a little
Jesus.
crush, but it's not that serious. My point is, it's not that serious. Don't fuck your weed dealer unless you want to have a problem with your weed dealer, and you
Why
don't want
can't
to.
you
You
believe
don't want to have
that
a problem with a drug dealer.
that a
Trust me.
weed dealer wants to fuck one of her customers?
Of course, I completely believe it. I'm just saying, just don't go there. It's not worth it. That's my bottom line.
She's usually not this grumpy, you guys.
I'm
All right.
not grumpy.
All right, three-way relationship. Sir Billiam of Orange. I like that one. It's very, I feel like I just got knighted with a fucking creamsicle. Three-way relationship. Sir Billiam of Orange. Thanks for the podcast, man. I'll try to keep this short. So my girlfriend and I are 25 and have been together for about 4 years. Things aren't great, but they aren't horrible either. Recently, we've started hanging out more with her best friend. And whenever we hang out, it's always a great time. Her friend has been in a bit of a relationship dry spell lately. And recently, my girlfriend told me that they've been discussing the possibility of us starting a three-way relationship. All right. Okay, I don't need to read any more. Do it. Oh, wait, he says, my girlfriend and I have already gone down this road before with minimal complications, but that was primarily a sex-only relationship, whereas this new one would probably be more serious. What are you, fucking Jack Tripper? How would it be more serious? You going to live with the two of them? That was a Three's Company reference for anybody under the age of 50. The problem is I'd really like to date the friend. I think that we could make this trio work,
but I could see myself liking the friend more than my current girlfriend and fucking the whole thing up for everyone. I also think that breaking up with my girlfriend after 4 years just to date her best friend is a cunt move and therefore is off the table. Finally, the fucking question. Sorry. So should I encourage this three-way as it's the only way I'll ever get to date the friend, which seems quite cunty, or should I just break up with the girlfriend, forget about the whole thing, and move west to start fresh? Thanks again and go fuck yourself. P.S. Come do a gig in Maine before you get too big for your freckles. And only do stadium gigs. First of all, sir, you are a fucking hero, and you are living a life right now that most men only fantasize about, myself included. That's fucking tremendous. That is a tremendous situation to have yourself in. You know what I say? I say you fuck them both, then you dump her, and then you move west and start afresh. That's what you do. And that's not a dirty move, okay? Because what your girlfriend is doing, all right, she's into women, she's into both, but you're not going to marry this woman, all right? This girl, she's rogue. She's a renegade. She's going to get a pilot's license, fly around the fucking world. This is Amelia Earhart, man. You don't tie this woman down, all right? Fuck that. You're not going to marry her. You know you're not. But you want to fuck her friend, all right? So why don't you just do it? I say you fuck them both. All right? It's not a cunt move. They brought it up. You don't think your girlfriend's being selfish here? She's not. She's sitting there risking her friendship with her girlfriend to drag you into the fold. The whole thing's there's no fucking relationship here, sir. You're a fuckstick. And by all means, let them use you as such. Get yourself some condoms. Have a great time. I'd have my suitcase packed right outside the fucking bedroom door. Right? Then do the Porky Pig. Yeah, that's all, folks, and you're fucking out of there. God bless you. God bless you. But that's, Jesus Christ, people shit on Maine. People make fun of that state. That's considered a problem in Maine, everybody. It's God's country up there. Blue potatoes, fresh air. Fucking threesomes. They got to do something to stay warm.
All right, fiance's wedding plans. Hey there, Billy Blue Bland? The fuck is that? First, let me say I can't wait to see you in Orlando on May 7th. I don't know why I haven't seen you perform live yet, but you are the last on my top 10 comedians to see before I die. Oh, Jesus. There's way more that you should see than that, but I'm very flattered that I am one of the 10. Okay, so he says, I've been engaged for 3 years now. All right, dumper. You don't want to marry her. Do I really need to read the rest of this? Who the fuck is engaged for 3 years? He said, and me and my lady are in the first steps of finally planning our wedding. I am simple and am okay with something small and would rather save money for our honeymoon and down payment on the house. And let me guess, she wants to spend a ton of fucking money. My fiance wants a destination theme wedding. I'm not opposed to compromise and have a destination wedding, but she wants the theme to be the Little Mermaid in Hawaii. She's adamant about this and has these horrible outfits picked out for the whole wedding party to wear, including myself as Neptune. I don't believe this. I'm calling bullshit. But you know what? As always, I'll read it like it's true. I'm 37 and she is 28, if that matters. I sincerely love her, but she won't let this go, and I absolutely refuse to go through with that. I don't want to lose her in my life, but I've tried everything I can think of to talk her out of it, and honestly, it's a deal breaker for me. Please tell me your thoughts, and if you have any advice, I'd be very grateful. Thanks, and go fuck yourself. All right, well, if this isn't a joke question, you've been engaged for 3 fucking years, okay? That's weird. I think that's something going on there, and, you're a little bit country, she's a little bit rock and roll. Remember that the old fucking Donnie and Marie show? Usually sometimes opposites, she's that part of you, she completes you. I don't think she's, this is a shit show. If this is true, do you understand that when you would inevitably get divorced from this fucking woman, that you are going to get no sympathy from anybody? It will first be, oh my God, a divorce. I heard, other than losing a loved one, that's the most stressful thing ever. But when you tell the story that you dressed like Neptune at your own fucking wedding, right then everybody's going, yeah, well, I fucking told you. Yeah, dude. You walk away from it. You're 37. You're fine. You'll meet somebody else, okay? You don't have a biological clock. That's one of the great things about being a dude, But it all balances out because we die 8 years before them, so they get the little bit, live a little bit longer. Sitting in that coffee house, eating those fucking weird chocolates. He said, Oh, this is somebody else's. I'm sorry. I thought that's how he signed off. Yeah, I would walk away from this whole fucking thing. How many more red flags need to be shook in your face? You just walk away from the whole fucking thing. Oh my God, dude, what kind of fucking issues does she have that she wants to have? Oh my God. She one of those women that has that goo goo gaga creepy ass fucking voice. She talks like she's fucking 6. Oh God, that gives you the fucking chills. Can you be a fucking adult over here? What if you wanted a Scooby-Doo themed fucking wedding, right? You wanted her to dress like fucking that, with the Janine Garofalo redheaded one, you know? And her sister to dress like Daphne, and you were going to be fucking Shaggy. The best man was going to dress like Fred with that scarf around his fucking... I don't believe that question. I just don't, okay? And if you fucking marry her, you deserve it. You know, and when you come crying up to me, I'm going to steal from that fucking tour guy. I fucking told you. All right, this one's titled, Oh, Jesus. Dear Billy Goat Fuckface. There's a new one. I am a 23-year-old man from Paducah, Kentucky. Now, why would you tell me that? I didn't want to read that. There's probably 18 people in your town, right? Needless to say, there isn't much to do. About 5 months ago, I met a girl who was 2 years younger than me and moved into town from fucking East Cungamunga. We hit it off almost instantly. It was great. You know what? I'm going to have somebody bleep out this city. All right? I got to have him bleep out the city and the state. He goes, we hit it off almost instantly. It was great. She is beautiful, educated, and has a great ass. Sorry. A little Al Pacino for you. We took things slow, and I found that to be something unique in today's time. Most girls give it up within a day or two, but she wanted to take things slow, and I appreciated that. I found myself falling head over heels for this girl. I hadn't been with anyone in over 2 years, and I felt that I felt as if she was a sign that maybe there was a bit of hope in this world to be happy, and she communicated with me that she felt the same way. Okay, so about 2 weeks ago, we went out to a bar, and we had some drinks, played some pool, and had a great time, and ended up getting a little frisky with each other. I drove her home, totally expecting that tonight would be the night I was going to bang this beautiful woman. When we reached her driveway, we started making out in the car and asked if she wanted to come in. She got real quiet and said under her breath, yes, but. And, of course, I said, but what? And that's when she told me she is a transsexual. I literally yelled. I was so shocked by what I heard, I could hardly keep myself together. And I told her, him, whatever, that I wasn't going to go upstairs with her and I would call her tomorrow. And she got out of the car crying and said, I was born this way, like some Lady Gaga shit. Wait a minute, what is transsexual? Like a hermaphrodite? Wait a second. Oh, Jesus, Bill, you're too fucking dumb. Why do you guys write me? Is this the fun part of it? Just finding out how fucking dumb I am? Transsexual. This is hilarious. Now I have this on my search engine, transsexual. And Neil will use my computer and look up like transcontinental, and transsexual is going to come up. Bill, is there something we need to talk about? Transsexual. Here we go. A person who's undergone a sex change operation. A person whose sexual identification is entirely with the opposite sex. All right, well, that just made me even more confused. So if you had an operation, how were you born this way? Or the person saying, I just identified with being a female. Oh, I see. Okay, so so the dude had a sex change operation. Okay. He goes, I haven't spoke to her since. It's S-I-N-C-E, not S-E-N-C-S-E. That night, besides a few text messages. She's going on about how much she loves me and she is sorry she didn't tell me sooner. It's even gone as far as me having to turn off my phone because she won't stop calling. I've never been pursued like this before. What do I do? Part of me actually feels bad, but I can't see myself banging an ass every night while my sweaty balls slap against her sweaty balls. Now, wait a minute. I thought the person had the operation. Don't they remove that?
You know, I don't fucking know. Regardless of how gay this may sound, I still think she's incredibly hot. I knew it was too good to be true. Should I tell her that I'm just not interested anymore and completely cut her off, or should I be her friend? Or should I go bang her ass? It's weird. The thought of banging her ass excites me, but the thought of her junk swinging around makes me want to throw up just thinking about it. Thanks, Bill, and come do a show in such and such state sometime, you fuck. What should you do? I don't know. I honestly don't know. What's funny is you're literally just like, you're mentally where she is sexually. You know? I don't know. Like, it's like you're standing on the state line and you got a foot in either state. Just like her. You know? So I think your emotions are normal. And I hate when fucking people get offended by this shit. And they go, that's fucking you. You know, they get all offended like that dude is now a woman. It's like, no, that is a dude that fucking is a different kind of dude now. You know, that's not a woman. It's still a dude. It's just a different kind of dude. You know what it's like? You ever see when somebody buys an old car and they take all the chrome off it? They want that nice clean look. Yeah, that's what they do to their crotch. You know, that's a dude that took the chrome off. You know, I don't know what to tell you, other than I don't know. Do like that fucking. I don't know, dude. Do whatever the fuck you want to do, is what I would say. Let me go back and read what you said. Should I tell him I'm not interested anymore? Complete cut her off. All right. Part of me actually feels bad because I can't see myself banging an ass every night while my sweaty balls slap against her sweaty balls. Well, if it makes you feel better, I don't think the balls are there anymore. Although they might have kept them like a hood ornament. I have no idea. Oh, Jesus. I really am a moron. Regardless of how gay this may sound, I still think she's incredibly hot. You know, why don't you just split the difference and get a blowjob? I don't know what to tell you. That's so funny. I knew it was too good to be true, this poor bastard. I would say this. I'd say you'd want to sit on that decision. Don't be like the Baltimore Colts in the 1983 draft. Did you guys just watch that 30 for 30 where they immediately walked up 2 seconds in and they selected John Elway? You know, rather than fucking waiting the full 2 minutes or whatever to see if anybody gave him an offer. And then they ended up with nothing. I'd sit on this one for a minute. And I think that this person's actually pursuing you the way that they are because they're in a desperate situation. Which is, the whole thing is, in reality, the whole thing is unfortunate. You know, people should be able to be who they are. You should be able to like who you like. And that person should be able to, from day one, say that they're transsexual without getting judged. The reason why they didn't say it was because they were worried about this fucking moment here. Which, once again, is another sad, depressing thing about humanity. I would say follow your heart, sir. You know? And not your balls. If you really want to find love. There you go. Balls in your court. No pun intended. Sticking it to the ex. Should I? All right. Right out of the gate, I can tell you no, but let me hear the story. I'm 28, and I found out about you and blah, 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 blah. I'm going to get right to it. My ex-wife and I had been together for about 5 years before we decided to get married right after university. Her family was religious, so we couldn't live together first, so that seemed like the next step. As a new grad, was working hard, trying to get work in my field, and basically starting at the bottom, but slowly getting my footing. She was working at the same bank she had since high school and through university, and was finally moving up the ranks. Fast forward a year and a half into our marriage, and she's getting promoted to manager a bank downtown. She gets a good raise, and things are looking good for me, or so I thought. Then a week after she starts this job, she lays it on me. She wants to know what it's like to be single again. She never really wanted to get married, and apparently she feels that the spark isn't there anymore. There's no other guy, but she just doesn't like who I am anymore, and there was nothing in the 6 years of us being together worth saving. Oh, Jesus. Well, listen, kudos to her for being fucking honest and not wasting another 5 years of your life. So he goes after some self-reflection and a bit of counseling, a bit of boozing with friends, and an amazingly insightful mushroom trip, I realized this is a blessing in disguise. She doesn't like who I am anymore, like there was something wrong with me other than taking her shit and being committed to her for almost 6 years. Okay, this is understandable anger. I get it. Get it out of you. He says, fuck her. We had no kids, not many assets at this point, a dog that I get. It was a get-out-of-jail card, a guilt-free way, clean way to get out from under the hoof of an oppressive cunt of a wife who had turned me into a shadow of my former self, content with being fucked maybe once a month. We both move out and put our place up for sale. All right. Now, I don't think that this guy really feels that this woman is a cunt. He's just saying this because she fucking dumped him. He goes, I immediately gave myself a no-contact policy, blocked her on Facebook, and could only talk about business with her until we got through the separation negotiations in June. There you go. It's a strong move. I like it. Then silence. The other policy I gave myself was to say yes to any opportunity that was presented. This helped me make this past summer the best of my life, full of trips and sleeping with new girls, hotter and younger than her. Older and uglier, it didn't matter. I was saying yes. Well, for the love of God, wear a condom, sir. Even after finding out from one of her friends a few months later that she had been dating/living with this guy she had worked with since about a month after she left me. Yeah, this girl is like, she goes from relationship to relationship. Anyways, he said, I didn't break the no content policy. I didn't want her to think I gave two shits about her anymore. This guy, by the way, I had met on many occasions at work functions, and even when it came out for her birthday that year, I fucking told her that this dude is into you. I don't like him. But she would say, oh, he's just a friend. He's a fucking snake in the grass. Oh, this guy, he's like so angry he's not even writing in complete sentences. He's this fucking snake in the grass, but she's a whore. I'm not an idiot, so I can guess that this wasn't just a lucky coincidence. They both happened to be single together, and likely why things moved so fast. Regardless, I kept to my policy. Now, almost a year later, I'm in the best shape of my life after losing 40 pounds. Good for you, man. Good for you. This is great. Just started a new job where I make as much as her and in my field. Have a hotter girlfriend and have won all the mutual friends we had that were worth keeping. So why do you need revenge? He goes, all is good, but I've been feeling like a bit of a bitch for not taking her to task on all of this shit, especially now that we've been separated for almost a year and soon can be legally divorced in Canada. I think it's time to finally confront her and break her. So I would like to take this bitch down, and my advice on how to go about it would be great. Sorry about the length, and thanks for any help. Dude, you're already taking her down. They say the greatest revenge is a life well lived. You're doing it. You lost 40 pounds. You have a hotter girlfriend. Just keep saying yes. I go easy with the sleeping around, dude. You don't want to catch anything, man. But, just go live your life. Leave her in the dust. Okay? She's going to check out your Facebook page. She'll see your pictures. You really want to get back at this girl? Don't ever talk to her again. And just live this awesome life. Marry a beautiful woman. Keep yourself in great shape. And just know every once in a while she's going to check in. And I guarantee you, unless this guy, they just had this ridiculous spark at work, then God bless him. She found who she should have been with, as will you. And it's all good. Or she's a serial monogamous, whatever the fuck it is. I'm so dumb. She goes from relationship to relationship. And eventually this dickhead snake in the grass at the bank is going to get the same speech, or he might give it to her. He might be one of these creeps that it turned her on that she's in a relationship, and he can be fucking banging this chick, Fuck them. Fuck them with their banker sex.
They probably have to wear masks, you know, have some sort of ritual. Anyways, yeah, dude, don't do that. Don't do that, because you know what you're doing when you walk up to her and you fucking go, let me tell you something, you fucking cunt, blah, 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 blah. Women are too smart for that shit. She's just sitting there going like, wow, he still does care. Wow, he lost that weight because of me, not because he's actually a better person than I thought he was. All right? Don't do that. She wins. If you confront her, she fucking wins. Just keep doing what you're doing. Yelling at her like she's in the room, but she isn't. Scream at your windshield. Okay? But keep saying yes in life. Keep going after your dreams. And just live this fucking awesome life. And maybe one day, who knows, you go to the same mall, you show up with your hot wife and your beautiful kids. She shows up. She's fat, you know. Then you can be like, just give her a nod. Hey, that's what you could have been with Johnny Six-Pack over here. Oh, and you just keep going. You take your kids for an ice cream and you get yourself a sherbet. Not eating birthday cake. Huge fan of the podcast. As a 27-year-old who works in a stereotypical white-collar suburban office, I thoroughly enjoy listening to your bi-weekly rants at my desk. Wonderful, man. Speaking of which, I work in the corporate offices of a sales and distribution company that has about 50 employees, but only about 15 people work in my specific office location, which means that about once every motherfucking month, we gather in the big conference room and do the cliche, awkward office happy birthday song. Oh no, with candles and cake routine and all of that. While I am by no means a health nut, I also try very hard to take care of my body during the workday by eating properly and drinking lots of water. I've also gotten really into bike racing over the past years, which has taught me a lot about the importance of nutrition, etc. So the thought of eating a giant piece of chocolate cake at 2:30 in the afternoon when my eyes are practically bleeding from staring at a computer screen all day would do nothing but make me feel like absolute shit, and I really have no interest. Very smart. This is why, for the past couple of years, I've politely turned down every piece of birthday cake that has been offered to me at these aforementioned ceremonies. Unfortunately, I am the only one of my coworkers, most of whom are women, who has adopted this no-cake philosophy. So every single time I stick out like a sore thumb after I decline the piece that is passed to me, at which point I have to deal with this wave of passive aggression from these ladies regarding my decision to abstain from this sacred ritual. I also share a birthday with one of my coworkers, so I am spared some of the awkwardness that goes along with refusing cake on my own birthday, but still made out to be some kind of monster. Okay, Jesus, going on and on here. Well, I have no intention of succumbing to the peer pressure brought forth by my colleagues. This might be the best written fucking letter I've ever had on the podcast. Is it possible that I'm being rude by not sharing in the celebration? What's more is that even if I found out people did feel that I was being douchey by not eating cake, I still wouldn't give a shit what they think. Does this make me a sociopath? No, it doesn't. It makes you somebody who knows what he wants, and everybody else is, you just get, you know what, you need to just get a little space here. A couple of little verbal, you know, the great ones create space in all, football, hockey, basketball. You don't have to do that in baseball, but you know what I mean? The great ones create space, okay? So what you have to do is you have to tap into your greatness and you have to create space, okay? And just say, look, people, it's not that I'm not happy that it's your birthday. I just don't want to become a lard ass. I mean, I'm not being a dick here, but, a lot of you, I'm not going to say who, over the years, your slacks just keep getting bigger because you keep eating all this fucking cake, all right? You're blowing out your bodies, and I'm not going to be a part of it. And a part of me dies every time I watch you guys eating this shit. But if that's what you want to do, by all means, go ahead and do it. But I'm not going to become a fucking cow like most of you guys are. Half of you should have bells around your fucking necks, all right? There you go. You just, right there. They'll never ask you for cake again. You probably won't even get invited. That's what that's what Sidney Crosby would do, right? Mario Lemieux, the great ones. They create space. No, dude, you're not a sociopath, all right? You're doing the right thing, I don't know. I don't know why women like sweets so much, I like sweets. I'm just a big fruit basket. I actually like sweets, but when I stay away from them for a while, if you really abstain from fucking desserts and everything, if you walk into a place that has a bunch of crazy desserts, it doesn't even look like edible for human consumption.
You know what I mean? I always said it looks like clown food. You know what I mean? Like a clown sneezed. Especially if it's really like a lot of like fruits and fucking whipped cream and all of that shit. Just like, it looks ridiculous. It's all these crazy colors, greens and purples, right? You're doing the right thing, is all I'm saying. You're doing the right thing. You know, you're into bike racing, you're working out. You know, this is the deal. You actually got a chance of banging one of those fucking cake-eating broads in your section, because they're going to see, like, half of them are probably just testing you. The other half are fucking probably codependent fucking cake eaters. And they feel guilty, you know, and they know that after they eat that, then that sugar's going to be in their veins. And then they're going to go back to their desk and they're going to start eating a handful of fucking cheddar-flavored goldfish, just shoving them down, you know. I bet if you walked around your little section of your cubicles and you looked at their keyboards, I bet their keyboards are greasy. Huh? I bet there's crumbs in them. I don't know. You know what? I think you're too good to work there. What do you think about that? That's what I got out of that fucking letter. All right.